Hello, everybody. Just the four of us for now. We will see what the night holds. Announcements before we begin, though. This is our last session of this campaign for the month. We'll be taking a break next week. We will not be recording we'll be recording something. We won't be streaming anything. We're going to be recording a character creation session for Mimicborn next Wednesday, which you'll be able to watch on our little YouTube channel on Thursday. But yeah, it's going to be character creation. We're going to record it because, not a lot of people record their character creation stuff for new systems, and it's nice to have videos out there teaching you how to do it. Because, for someone like me, I learn by watching, not by reading. So, it helps. So yeah, we're doing that. And then the last Wednesday of each month for whoever knows how long, we're going to be playing Mimicborn. So we'll see how that goes. Expect to see lots of characters being played, most likely, because that game is a character mill. So yeah, that's next week. A few of us will be doing that. No session next week though, because a few of us be playing Mimicborn instead. Yeah. What else? As I move some faces around here. Kate, what do you got?
I got a couple shops that you can check out for some cool little souvenirs you can get yourself or a loved one. If you want some cool stickers or other really awesome print apparel, you can check out my Redbubble at redbubble.com/shop/krtheater, or you can check out either of my Etsy shops for some cool merch at etsy.com/shop/badddiceco or etsy.com/shop/KateCraftStudio US. Link is in the chat or in the description. That's the right
there
word.
There you go. You got
description of the VOD on YouTube.
You got it. So yeah, support Kate. They're great. And then check out our Mimicborn video next week. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I made the overlay. The overlay looks slappin', as the kids say. Is that what they say? Slappin'? What do they say?
Yeah, it slaps.
Oh well.
The overlay slaps.
I'm hearing a lot of
as
new,
the child of the channel.
I'm hearing a lot of new lingo at work too, and I just don't understand any of it. So
it's slamming. That outfit is slamming.
And then
it's slay.
Some other
stuff. You could say the overlay is slay. It's slay.
The overlay is mommy.
Sure. So last we left off, the Chain Devil who stepped through the Rift of the Nine Hells in this chapel didn't seem immediately hostile. They weren't attacking anybody. And after some tense seconds preparing for a conflict, the devil realized you all weren't in this chapel for nefarious means, and relaxed, asking that the ring be returned as it contained the souls of a family of very powerful vampires, and that they would cause havoc if freed. The ring was returned, and given some protective magical enchantments by Antyr, and as an apology for their prejudgments of you all, the Chain Devil offered up some belongings it had acquired from people seeking to take the ring. While searching the loot, Antyr exploded in a ball of fire from a magic surge, which destroyed the coins and gems in the loot. Oh, and boiled a potion, evaporated a potion, bunch of fun stuff. Didn't evaporate the potion of healing, which I forgot about, so you still have that. But the fireball
went in the pig.
But the fireball left behind a pair of goggles, a sapphire, and a jar of dried leeches, intact. They were all deemed magical and divided up amongst a few of you. Unfortunately, Grin took the goggles and now can't take them off. You all decided to spend the night in the chapel. Leek cooked a dinner of rabbit-like creatures called Almirage, and everyone but Hopper partook in the food. But thankfully Hopper was given a bounty of mushrooms from Torger, who had just returned from foraging. The night was spent in the chapel, Antyr sneaking away unbeknownst to the party while they slept to consume the life force of a satyr that was looting one of the homes pulled into the Feywild. The following morning, the funky casuals set out to continue their trek towards the domain of Midsummer, following the path of orange blossoms once more, and after a few hours came across a large tree forming a blister with a humanoid inside said bark blister. The blister was popped, And spilling out was Arthur Wordweave, seemingly restored from his supposed death in the ravine a day prior. He explained that he remembered falling, shattering both of his legs, and then he heard Auntie Gothel's voice, and then he had been stuck in this tree blister since. Reunited with the faux storyteller, not foe as in villain, you all continued for a few more hours, arriving at the end of the path of orange blossoms that emptied out into a wide open meadow, and in the center of this jungle meadow was an apple tree, the bark reminiscent of hundreds of humanoid faces. Grin rushed towards to eat one of the apples, and as Grin did, the tree spoke. And a riddle which mentioned eating a certain apple would reveal the path forward, while the wrong would have cursed you to become a part of the tree forever. You'd have joined the faces in the bark. After some time was spent, after some time was spent on the riddle, it was determined that yellow apples were the safest to consume, and as each one of you ate one of these, I didn't even describe the apples last week, sickly sweet apples, a 3-foot diameter circular door frame appeared at the base of the tree as the faces in the bark became inanimate once more. So you're all standing in front of this tree, and there is a 3-foot diameter door frame, no door on it, but a 3-foot diameter opening now at the base of the tree that just kind of appeared. Where the twisted knot had been, it kind of twisted and formed into the door frame.
All right, let's go.
So,
I actually can,
go ahead. Go ahead.
well, I'm just curious about something. Now, those goggles, they create fire and stuff. Are the lenses clear so images aren't distorted, or are they tinted?
They're tinted like fiery orange.
So then everything that our boy Grin is seeing, it has. So he's seeing the orange version of what Torger sees. Torger would see gray, but he would see orange.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. To make anything blue, brown.
Yeah.
And anything.
It's rough.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, little
Q's
diameter.
and Q's with those two would be awful.
Yep, a little. Yes, like a 3-foot diameter hole opens up at the base of the tree. Everybody but Grin, Hopper, and Arthur have to crawl to get into the tree. Grin is
probably.
Grin is like this big now, roughly like this big, maybe.
6 inches.
6 inches.
He's
So
like this
like,
tall.
Oh,
average
size. So yeah, Grin is now. Yeah, Grin, you know, that's an easy entrance for you. Hopper,
Yeah.
you're 3 or just under 3 feet tall.
My head is like 2'7".
Yeah, and your ears.
My ears reach up to 3.
Yeah, so your ears
like,
would just be like.
yeah, just pull my ears down.
And then
walk through.
Arthur is a halfling, so he's a short little guy as well. They max at like 3 feet, so everybody else is, if you wish to proceed forward.
Whoops.
Yeah,
I think she's gonna be like in the
we
middle
have
of
to.
the pack.
Yeah, what are we gonna not pursue? Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I would take a defensive stance. We've seen some weird stuff, and I'd like to be ready with a. I think I'm gonna have the glovels ready because we're going to a place with things ready to cut.
alrighty. Just so everybody knows, the only people, so everybody else, aside from Grin and Hopper and Arthur, are prone to move through the tree. And everyone else is using the rules for squeezing, which it's somewhere in the book. I'll have to pull it up at some point. But yeah, as you're all preparing to enter the tree, Leek kind of just says, "Well, y'all, this is as far as I go. I was just leading you guys to the doorway out of Mama's domain. So, toodaloo."
all right, take care of yourself.
Nods and just
Right,
kind
Leek.
of turns around and starts walking back the way you all came.
Gosh, I wish we would have seen him.
I mean, perhaps it was for the best. He went through that personal growth.
And as soon as Leek leaves the meadow of orange blossoms, they just disappear as if they're on another path now.
Yeah, it seems like we were just treated to a visual metaphor of Leek's growth. Disappearing as fast as he came into our lives because his path is a different one than ours.
Second time. we've
Okay,
encountered
let's
that.
crouch. Let's crouch through this tiny hole.
Should probably pull up Arthur's stat block. Guess he's still
Yeah,
here.
pull it back up. Yeah, he's still alive.
With his 4 hit points,
We saved him.
his 4 max HP, and his 12 AC now because he has a shield. Alright.
Aha.
So, as soon as you all... Well, as soon as a few of you... Oh, I gotta pull up Vonkar's stat block too. Piss. As those of you who are not short kings, all hunker down and begin crawling into the tree.
We are a party of short kings.
It is a party of short kings, but in this
But not
instance,
short enough, kings.
Tiny kings.
Immediately beyond the opening in the tree is a 3-foot diameter dark tunnel of bark that slowly descends downwards on a bit of a slope. And it's pitch black in there.
Grin's gonna just belly slide it.
Okay.
Even though there's plenty of room for him to walk.
Give me a con save to see, dex save to see if you don't get a splinter.
Oh no! Alright. Dex save. 13?
You don't get a splinter.
Woo!
Good.
I have fun.
Yeah, Vonkar is a big, bulky guy. 5 feet tall. Whoa. In his armor, just...
Oh no.
Oh god, what armor is he wearing? That might... Oh, he's wearing cast-off plate. Plate armor? Yeah. As an action, he's gonna doff the armor, because he can do that with cast-off. It just kind of disappears.
Nice.
So, Vonkar currently has 11 AC, but his plate armor would make it very difficult to move through the tunnel, so yeah, he's just gonna doff it and just start, like, army crawling through the tree. Arthur will... Oh, God. He'll make sure everybody else goes first before he goes. Just in case it's, like, dangerous. Yeah, you all go ahead. See if it's safe.
He's gonna sacrifice
I'll
himself.
stay back here and supervise. Make sure nothing comes from behind, and then I'll follow you all into the tree.
No, Arthur, I insist. I will bring up the rear. You go on ahead. I can protect you from behind.
Pulls out his book. The brave knight offered their life for mine. And then he just crawls into the tree.
Yes. Yes. Hey,
I'll only chastise him if he spells my name wrong.
we are establishing the cliff notes, you know, that he'll
Yeah.
draft an entire thing for.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Antyr, yeah, this is
Upper word
a
is
snug, cramped space. It's dirty.
Yeah, Antyr's not enjoying this.
There's worms and bugs crawling everywhere.
Has Antyr enjoyed anything about
No.
this journey?
No, not at all.
What about, like...
I think he enjoyed sneaking away and sucking the life out of someone. I mean,
Yeah,
that we
I
don't know
believe it.
about. Sorry, I was gonna say out of character.
What
Sorry,
about
we'll see
what
over here.
about all the spa stuff you did? Wasn't there any of that? No, there wasn't.
No.
Wrong campaign.
What about having the most kills so far in the campaign?
Yeah.
That is very surprising. Super surprising.
The most
to be
kills
honest.
by a big margin.
Yeah,
Very
you're hanging
surprising.
out with a prize fighter who has no morals or compunction about ending a life, and yet And
I'm the
Yeah.
one who has to finish him.
And yeah,
So
Antyr. Yeah.
yeah.
all I do, look, y'all get him right to the edge, and I just throw a little magic missile at him. And
That's really
him
what
out.
it is.
So, the tunnel eventually, after a few moments, we'll say like 30 seconds, the belly slide much quicker. The tunnel within this tree descends down and down with this slight slope, and after a good 30 or so seconds, I wrote that in, it opens up into a wider chamber, but the ceiling is still 3 feet, but it's wider, so you're not all in like a packed, like, single file line. So everybody but Grin, Hopper, and Arthur are still crawling. The body of a young gnome wearing orangish yellow robes, probably in their mid-20s for a gnome, is resting up against the wall of this chamber. They're covered in sinew-like red fibers that are stretched all across their body, and another tunnel continues a few feet to the left of the body. There's just a dead gnome slumped up against the wall.
Enter Hopper. Do you know what's going on with those things on like that? Tendrils? What are those? What's going on with that? I haven't seen something like that before. Do you know what that is?
Hopper, you can make a nature check, DC 14.
Nature check. Okay, so I need to roll a 10 or higher. Ooh, 14.
14.
18 total.
Okay.
nice.
You've heard stories of these creatures that live inside of big trees. And this really isn't a big tree. Well, it is actually, because there's people crawling around inside of it.
Yeah.
But these giant lice, like wood lice, they're called rot louses, and they spew like this red filament-like fiber that poisons its prey, slows its prey down, and while slowed down, it just sticks its proboscis into its prey and just drinks all the juices out. And they also have a habit of afflicting people with some gnarly sicknesses and diseases when biting them. So this gnome probably died from one of those. You would know the wood louses are probably the size of a large dog.
Okay. So about my size.
A little bit bigger.
Oh, cool.
So like we'll say 4 feet tall.
Okay. Well, Grin, this is from a very dangerous creature, especially for one is our size. It lives in trees of very large size, much like this one, and it takes out its prey by spraying that really toxic web almost, and the web will restrict the target's movements and inflict it with a semi-paralytic until it is slow enough for the wood louse, as it is called, to grab it, stab it, and eat it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How big are these things?
About the size of Torger.
Oh, okay. So they won't fit down here where it's all 3 feet, right?
They probably created this tunnel. The smaller one probably would maneuver.
Yeah, and
We should be on the lookout.
the gnome is just like slumped up, all like dried out, and just like
We should be very careful.
jaw is just like. They kind of look like the mummy and the Brendan Fraser mummy, just like
Oh, yeah. Gooey.
still juicy.
Oh, it's her.
Yes.
Does this interest you at all? I wanted to kind of see what this guy had on him, but
Interest me in what way?
I mean, this stuff. He points to the strands, the paralytic strands that are like kind of organic and.
Yeah, they're like wet.
Sure. And the The Magic Reach extends from the hand and retrieves a vial and begins to try to scoop some of the
Okay.
filaments.
Yeah, it glides like right off the body, and it kind of takes some of the flesh with it. And
separate those two.
the fibers kind of just plop to the floor that you don't collect, leaving the gnome's body available.
Let's have a look.
On their person, you can see a ring emblazoned with an image of a Tarrasque.
Ooh.
A broken wand that's been snapped in half, which means it is no longer usable as a wand even if repaired. A coin purse containing 42 silver and 5 gold. And a spell book. This gnome was a wizard. Yeah.
Woodlouse?
Rotlouse.
Rotlouse, sorry. I think I'm thinking of Woodwoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
Oh.
could combine them.
It's essentially woodlouse, but bigger and worse.
Oh, this looks neat. Grin's gonna put on the Tarrasque ring.
Okay, you take the finger off and the finger comes with it. Just
And then, I imagine unless it's magical, it's kind of just
it's
a
not,
bracelet.
It's not magical, yeah. It's just
it's just a bracelet for Grin.
on the as you're looking though, it's got like it's got like a school insignia, and then emblazoned with the image of a Tarrasque. So it's like a school ring.
Is there any like year of
Yeah, this year.
Class of.
class of? Yeah.
He
Class
was just
of-
about to graduate.
Yeah, you look at it and it says Soulspire Academy Tarrasque House.
Yeah.
Class of 69.
Tarrasque!
Oh yeah, I forget. It's Phoenix, Tarrasque, and
Kraken.
Oh.
I almost said
Kraken.
Mermaid, but close
Mermaid's
enough.
fun. Yeah, it says class of 79 AT, which is this year. No, it's not 79.
I think it's 74.
Tell me, it's
Or
75.
75.
75. So yeah, it says 75 AT.
Class of 75.
So either they just graduated or they were on the way to graduate.
Listen, they took a little semester off. They had to do one more. Like practicum.
Like one more credit.
Yeah, one more practicum, one more internship before they could
Yeah.
have their.
Here they are now.
They got the it's the
Rotlouse.
it's the school ring, a broken U wand that's snapped in half. If repaired, it's just a stick. A coin purse containing 42 silver and 5 gold. And yeah, a spell book.
Hey, Hopper, do you know what this is made out of?
The strands?
No,
Or-
no, the little. Well, it's a bracelet for
ring.
him right now, but it's the ring,
It
the
looks
Tarrasque ring.
it looks like brass.
I just brass. Could combine it with copper to create bronze, but just standard metal for a school ring.
Hey, Antyr,
Yes.
if you find any like proof of identity in that spell book, this ring and that spell book, someone's got to be looking for this guy, right? Maybe we could get a finder's fee reward.
You're worried about money right now.
Yeah. How else we gonna buy more food?
Okay, and if you need money, I have some gold you can have.
We are
Well, I
also
don't
in the
know how much-
Feywild.
Listen, money kind of weighs me down. I had to give all of it away to our buddy, our little assassin buddy, Falcus.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you're like worried about it weighing you down, I got some hungry little piggy that will hold your money for you.
I'll fucking eat anything. Let's go.
Grin, could I
I'll eat
possibly
ass if
take the book
anyone-
off your hands?
What, this
Very,
thing?
hmm
super unsolicited compliments, and you know, he'll add in the extras for nothing.
And it'll bite you too. So just be
Yeah.
careful.
All right, Justin. Grin is going to, right as Antyr says, "Ooh, can I have a look at that book?" Grin looks at him, kind of playfully, knowing their history
Mm-hmm.
of like not trusting him. He's just gonna look at him a little playfully, like, and then just flips through the book to see if there's any words he understands that are in there.
None of you don't understand any of the wizard cipher that makes the spells
Yeah.
up, but it says, if found, return to Tinkle Trouser Snatch.
Tinkle. I'm gonna write that down.
Beautiful. name.
Tinkle
Trouser Snatch.
trouser.
I feel like my know, but you're.
Tingle trouser snatch sounds
Oh my
like
God.
wet spot groper.
Yeah. You can see also that his book has been like, some people have like vandalized it and wrote like Tinkle Trouser Snake on it and stuff like that.
Poor thing. He was running away from that fucking school.
That was his yearbook, and he wanted just someone to write hags, but no,
Yeah, sure.
he could not have a great summer.
Oh, and with all that filament removed, you can see like a small little like hole in his left temple.
Sure, answer. You might get something else out of this. The stuff I could read. This guy got picked on, so maybe he's got some good spells in there.
Alright.
As
Okay,
you
we'll take the book.
open the book, you can feel another book on your side just salivate with hunger. It contains the following spells: Chromatic Orb.
That's a fun one.
And that's it, no.
I was like, damn.
Very low intelligence. Chromatic Orb.
Hmm.
Frost Fingers. Silvery Barbs.
Oh, dangerous.
Air
The
Bubble.
best spell.
Air Bubble.
Oh, that's fun.
Borrowed Knowledge. I'll
I know that one.
send you all the spells. Blink.
That's a good one.
A spell called Suffocate, which you'll need partnered content enabled if you want to use it. It's the layers of it's all like the Dungeons of Dragonheim stuff they added to D&D Beyond.
Such a good fucking.
Yeah, a spell called Suffocate. Summon Lesser Demon. Dimension Door. Polymorph. And Summon Greater Demon. And I'll fire those your way.
Okay, let me refresh this. All right, perfect. I think I wrote them all down. Yeah, I got them all, I think.
Oh, you look real interested in that. Can you keep up?
Oh, yes,
Keeping on
of
moving.
course I can.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, you all continue past Tinkle Trouser Snatch.
R.I.P. Tingle.
R.I.P.
Tingle.
Trouser Snatch? Is that what? Is that one last name?
Yeah, it's all one last
I
name.
think so.
Tinkle Trouser Snatch. We'll never forget you.
It's rough.
I wrote it in all caps on my notebook. So.
Alright. Gonna end this. I'm gonna.
of the
I'm
is that of the Ipshire trouser snatches?
I'm gonna turn the stream off because it's having issues again and just go straight to recording again.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever. Might as well just record anyway, not like we get any viewers on the stream. Alright,
I'll be right
Yes,
back.
we do.
Yeah, you're all still crawling then through the tree.
Yes.
All right. Cool. 10 minutes.
While Antyr's just gonna, the hand's gonna slip with the book and is just gonna go as if he's just gonna go put it in in the side to hold. I don't think there's like the realization, like it's the full consciousness of what's actually happening, but they're just gonna slip the book down so that Cyberswarm is like.
Okay. You can add all those spells to your spell book prepared as soon as they're eaten.
Oh God. Okay.
Just auto prepared. Well, not auto prepared. Added to your spell book. I mean.
Learned. Yeah. Okay.
Not prepared. That'd be dumb. After crawling for 10 more minutes through these narrow tree tunnels, you come to another chamber like the previous, but this one is slightly deeper and wider. This one's only 4 feet tall now, but flooded with a few inches of brackish, muddy water. Yeah, large mounds of what look like chewed up wood are scattered about, and a tunnel continues on the opposite side of the chamber and begins to slope upward.
It's 10 inches, but I think a deep squat for our boy Torger. I'm gonna duck waddle through this one.
Okay. We'll say not prone, but probably like your speed's reduced by 10.
Yeah, whatever. Like, certainly there's a detriment, but like still, squatting ready for could torque the body to make it do some damage.
Vonkar and Antyr definitely can't. They're still crawling, those two. But yeah,
unless
Vonkar does reduce for a minute.
Yeah, but that's a spell cast.
Yeah, I know.
It's a
the racial ones are a little different, I'm gonna say.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it was racial.
You're right. Sorry. Yeah, it's an inherent. Well, it is magic.
No, that's true. Well, I guess we'll find out.
So yeah, I don't know where that falls.
Guess we'll find out.
That's it. I was gonna say we defer to the judgment. We defer to the judgment.
But yeah, it's a same size chamber. This one's a little wider. This one's a little wider and deeper. This chamber, after you reached it in 10 minutes of crawling, a lot of crawling. This tunnel, wider, deeper. So it's only 4 feet tall now. It's flooded with about a few inches of this brackish, muddy water. This next little chamber here. Large mounds of what look like chewed up wood are scattered about, and a tunnel continues on the opposite side of the chamber, sloping upward. Just re-describing it for Garrett. So another little chamber, little bit taller than the previous, and a little bit of water and large mounds of chewed up wood all over the place, and then another tunnel that just goes up on the opposite side.
This pulp isn't a good sign, is it? That's the word pulp.
It's it could. I feel those road louses are much closer than we want them to be.
I pay Terry sometimes to pick the pulp out of my juice.
This is not the kind of pulp Terry wants to pick.
As you guys begin to talk about pulp, I need everyone to make perception checks.
Oh boy.
Oh my God! Why?
This would be hearing, not sight. If that matters for anybody who has advantage on hearing base, etc., etc.
No, not technically.
You would think. Okay.
Oh shit.
Arthur, I need physical dice for Arthur. With his +0. Wait, what's his +0? No, +0 to his perception.
That was so weird.
Windows just jumped around for me. That was weird.
I was looking up how rabbits sense
Doom
danger.
decided to stop connecting to video for a second.
Oh, that's just life.
I don't know how. Yeah.
That's life.
Zoom was being stupid.
That's what all the people say.
I'm high.
Man, what a good musician. All right. That's a common like belief, right?
Huh?
I don't know what I'm
I,
on.
dude, the only reason I know that song that you're singing is that it's from the Casper movie
It
with
is.
Bill
Yeah.
Pullman.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
the only
That's
time I think I've
such
heard
a
that.
niche
Oh,
reason
no.
too.
Okay. Arthur got a 2 for his perception. He's too busy. Fucking who knows. Vonkar got a 10. Antyr, what'd you get for your perception check?
Natural 20 for 24.
That's pretty bad. Grin.
Yeah.
What'd Grin get for
13
perception? 13. Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Hopper, what'd you get?
Plus one.
Boomer.
11.
Oh,
Yeah,
rough.
man.
Torger, what'd you get for perception? What?
Muted.
6.
6. Oh, shit.
No way.
Okay.
No way.
It just got worse.
As you all are looking at these pulp piles, you hear a slight sound of skittering, but not really. Some of you do, some of you don't. As 6 giant, mastiff-sized woodlouses, camouflaged
Oh, no.
as part of the tree, begin crawling down to swarm. And everyone's going to need owlbear for this battle map.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm gonna do the.
Also, forgot to mention the name of the tree last session. The tree was called the Riddler's Arbor or something like that. Regardless.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
this is kind of what I got envisioned here because I don't think anybody actually crawled into the chamber yet. It's kind of just a gradual tunnel climb.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm behind Arthur.
All right.
Uh-oh. So initiative order, people can't make just. We can go through each other's spaces. Right?
So, looked up the ruling for that. Lightfoot halflings can. Because Lightfoot
Mhm.
halflings have halfling nimbleness, which allows them to do it.
Yeah.
Without, like, detriment to their speed. Grin is small enough where you could just zoom through everybody's spaces.
Yeah.
I'll say if you're smaller than somebody's space you're trying to pass through, in terms of, like, size category, not height, your speed will just be, like, reduced to get through.
Okay.
Grin is small enough where there won't be any of that, because they're tiny. So that's 2 size categories down. And also Grin is 8 inches tall, or whatever, 6 inches tall. So, I mean, but everybody else, yeah, per the rules, I don't think you can move through a character space if there's nowhere to, like,
Yeah.
go. So,
Great. Lovely.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
oh wow. Vonkar got a 7.
Oh no.
Oh, that was a perception check. I need to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Everybody
that's
roll
right.
initiative if you haven't yet.
Here comes initiative.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah,
Here comes
I assumed
initiative.
Torger was
Come
first
on.
because Torger said Torger was the first to say they were crawling through. So
Nice.
Hopper,
22.
Hopper, what'd you get?
Also 22.
Dang. Hopper will go
What's your
first.
plus?
Hopper's got an initiative bonus of 7.
I'm gonna.
Mhm.
Can I use a lucky point on initiative?
Yeah.
It's an ability check.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use a lucky. I don't want to be an 8.
No.
You kind of
18's
do.
better.
Well, what are you
Okay.
gonna do in that time? You're stuck behind everyone.
I have to set y'all up to fuck shit up. So if I'm all the way at the end, y'all's turns happen, and then I'm just.
All right. Antyr has a higher initiative
Yeah,
bonus
we'll
than
see.
Grin, so we'll edit that to reflect it. Grin has a higher initiative bonus than Arthur, of course. Okay. Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
I get to go before Antyr
Why?
because I have a higher dex.
It goes by initiative bonus. Antyr has
My initiative bonus is 4.
Antyr has +7. says +7 for me, but whatever.
Oh fuck.
Oh, is it?
What?
Oh, +6, yeah. Because I include my dex and my
Intelligence.
initiative.
Hell.
Intelligence.
Oh.
Because of... I'm a...
No.
I was just curious. That seemed
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. How about that?
I'm excited.
My Zoom froze, so that's fun. Everyone's frozen.
Oh no.
Hey!
Don't worry, you're the only one frozen for us. so-
Perfect. That's this dog
Hey,
shit.
are
Do
you
you
back?
ever feel... Oh, you're back.
Like a.
Whatever.
Do you
I can
ever-
hear everybody like with no issue, but so it's just a frozen screen.
Yeah.
Everybody move around.
splice.
Do ridiculous things.
Maybe I
Do
won't.
you ever feel
that.
like your Zoom's
Like a-
on lag?
No, this is.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Anyways, we're just gonna forget the battle music just in case. So yeah, Hopper, you're up first.
Oh, what? Damn. Okay. Can I see into this space at all?
No.
Hmm. Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. Hold on.
Like, can I see down
Never
the tunnel
mind.
into
Never
this
mind.
space at all?
You don't get a turn. You were surprised. You got below the
Oh.
perception check.
Oh, bless.
Torger.
Yeah.
Also
I'm so surprised.
Torger also surprised. Wait, Torger, what'd you get? Sorry.
Oh, no.
Total? You got like a 6 or something. Yeah.
6.
Surprised. Yeah. Cool.
Good.
Love that.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
20, 25, 30.
Oh no.
Cool. Cool.
Hey, Antyr, can you just throw a fireball into there for us? That'd be
Yeah,
great.
just let me just roll that.
Yeah, just go ahead and toss a fireball in there. It's
the-
fine.
The giant, massive sized louse kind of rises up on some of its legs, and you can see like a. I don't know what word can I use? An opening?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say slit, but I think opening sounds better.
Orifice.
This orifice opens up on the abdomen, and it sprays out a cone of red sticky filament in a 15-foot cone. Just
Yeah. That's the stuff.
now Torger is the only one kind of coming out of the tunnel at this point. So Torger,
Oh,
dexterity saving throw.
Alright, he brings that shit to me. Come get a taste. Not great.
The look on Kid's
Not
face.
great.
I didn't see that.
Fine.
You did specify.
No.
You did specify that you're not that your height. You don't have to fully crawl in here. You're kind of like squatting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Either way, a 13 does not make it,
No, it doesn't.
and you are restrained by this red sticky filament. Just
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Okay.
It okay.
so you're just
Okay.
restrained. Just it's warm. The filament, warm and wet.
I'm not into that.
Fucking gross. It's warm.
It is. Alrighty. And it recharges that. Cool.
Help.
You said restrained.
Yeah, you're currently restrained.
Okay.
And then I need to pull up the prone condition for the people that are prone because that affects things. Yeah. Another louse. This one is just going to walk up to Torger, crawl up to Torger, who is now restrained, and make a proboscis attack. You know, as they do.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage because you're restrained. Huzzah.
Not as vital brain bits.
The proboscis is like going for the frenulum in your like mouth area. It's just gonna go like it's gonna like try to go like right there, right in the dimple where like your chin meets your jaw. 13 though will not hit Torger, so it's just like this is a problem. You bite the proboscis.
I bite back, bitch.
Antyr, what'd you get for your perception check?
24.
You're not surprised.
Or just blow very hard. Just
Just
Alright.
like flaps.
Fucking gross. So, is it my go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Torger is
Restrained in red gunk.
all right. Oh man.
Vonkar can't get past Torger.
Yeah.
Grin can.
Yep.
Antyr can't get past Vonkar. I mean, you have Antyr. You can see into the chamber.
Uh-huh.
Grin can as well. Arthur and Hopper can't.
Okay.
yeah, this extra turn they have before we go really huffs farts as far as us being able to have this old ding dong get out of your way, because now I'm restrained. So good
Antyr
planning,
is,
rotlouses.
Antyr is going to. I'm gonna have to roll for this, but Antyr is going to tell Torger.
Yeah.
Gosh. Do you trust me? As they begin to cast an incantation, as it's almost very similar to the circular hand motion as they take the if you see it, it's the astral cord that they have. They're taking the lines of the astral cord and they're making like pretty much a circle around it, and they're going to cast Nebulous Exchange on Torger.
Okay.
So Nebulous Exchange is essentially Vortex Warp. You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. The target can choose to fail, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. So does Torger allow this?
I want
to
you.
happen?
It shoots me. I want
Okay.
you to shoots me.
It's almost like a beam me up Scotty moment where they're doing this, and then the kind of like stars begin to shift around Torger's form, boom, 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 and then I'm gonna just throw Torger because the range is 90 feet. So I'm just gonna throw Torger to this back wall here,
Perfect.
just straight back.
Throw me to the action.
No, you're good there.
Roll a d20, Antyr.
Yeah.
As Torger is getting teleported to the other side.
Okay, that's good. A 10, maybe.
Ooh. Roll a d100.
Oh fuck, is it? Oh shit.
It's 10 and below.
Yeah, instead because it's yeah. Of course, I would roll that, and a part of the reason why I got Torture the fuck out of there is because of this possibility here too.
7 or 8.
A
Oh,
50
so you're
on the
just gonna
dot,
subject
like
the rest
right
of
down
us
the
to
middle.
this?
You got a 50?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you teleport Torger
Uh-huh.
safely. Nothing seems to happen in the moment.
Okay. Ooh, no, that's not good. How much of the room can I see, just for my visual of understanding what?
Thankfully, Vonkar's crawling, so Vonkar's prone, so you can see the whole room past Vonkar. Vonkar's prone, so
Okay.
which I need to add to his conditions because he'd be crawling with no armor on.
Andrew
Oh,
doesn't
no.
want to stay in this spot.
But he
so
can put it
Andrew's
on as an
going to-
action, so it's
10,
fine.
20, 30. Andrew's going to go here. Is going to Starlight Step here for a
Ooh,
bonus action.
Fuck you. All right, yeah, you.
Not
Not a spell, so
a spell. And is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Running toward Torger.
okay. Do you do anything when you get to Torger?
No, because that's literally my entire turn.
Do you say anything to Torger? Do you just running at Torger? Like what's going on?
Is Torger free of the goop?
Nope. Oh yeah, would be yeah.
Okay, cool. That was help me as Antyr
So,
turns and is
unfortunately when Torger, fortunately when Antyr goes to speak, no words come out. Just pink bubbles. Just
you just see as they they do the dramatic like they do the point turn where they shift their foot and they turn their foot along and they scrape it along the ground. And there's a nice flourish of hair, but just bubbles are floating. All
So
around.
yeah, you can't speak for the next minute, which means
Oh,
spells.
Antyr, this is not the time for flourish.
Which means spells with verbal components ain't gonna work.
That's okay. I got some stuff. Just
Just
don't worry.
All right,
It's called subtle spell.
that's what you got. Grin, what'd you get
It's
for
now called bubble.
Grin? You
spell.
remember what you got for your perception check?
I think it was 13. Let me double check. Pretty sure it was 13.
Okay, I think it was. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, surprised.
Ah! All right.
Oh,
Sir Arthur, surprised because you got a 2.
What?
Yeah.
Could
Oh,
you imagine he has the alert feat?
hey Justin, what would you describe as like the light situation in this?
dark.
dark.
Dark, like total darkness. Because there's no light in here. So he has total darkness. So anyone with dark vision is also anyone without dark vision is currently blinded. Which is Arthur Wordweave. And I believe Hopper, unless you use an action to put the goggles on.
I had him on the second we stepped into this.
Yeah,
Llama, dude.
you didn't say that, but I assume you would
That
have.
makes sense. Yeah.
Cool. Rotlos B. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. Oh yeah. It's gonna spray filament out of its orifice in a 15-foot cone. I need Antyr and Torger to make dex saves. Antyr,
Hot.
I believe yours are going to be done with disadvantage because you are prone to be in here. You have to be prone. You're crawling around.
Oh, in this room?
Yeah. Let me just double check.
Oh, shit. Okay, well then I technically couldn't have ran that far.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay. Andrew did a spider crawl.
We'll forget. All right, never mind. It's just disadvantage on attack rolls if you're prone, and attacks
Okay.
against you are at advantage because you're prone. So yeah, dex saves for both of you.
Well, that's a 10 for Christ's sake.
Oh, back in the filament.
That's a 15.
You are not restrained by the filament.
Antyr, if they're prone now, they jumped up in the air and they did a spin, so the filament just went like that slow motion Matrix dodge. They learned it from Torger, but as they did this, they probably flicked some of it.
I know, Torger's like, you're doing so well.
Yeah, that one does not recharge its filament.
That was B, right?
Yeah, it was B. D's turn.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's gonna make a
Yeah,
proboscis.
good luck, you
It sees
two.
this. It sees this prone blue elf.
Why don't you come get a taste, you cowards?
It's gonna make a proboscis attack against Antyr with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
17 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Wait. Yeah.
8 piercing damage as this proboscis jams between your eyes.
Ow.
You feel it like part the skull too, just
Ow.
as it
What?
goes in.
fuck.
It parts the seams, like the natural seams that people have in their skulls, and it kind of
Oh
just
no,
goes.
did Justin freeze?
Oh no.
What he gets for attacking me.
Ah, whatever.
Oh, I just heard you.
There it is.
There you are.
You're back.
This sucks.
You
So
pierced through my forehead.
yeah, so it pierces through your forehead through the natural seams that you have in your skull, just and
Yep.
You lose 10 intelligence because your
Uh,
brains are be sucked out.
oh, it was
Something
it
like
was
that.
8 piercing damage
Yes. Yeah, I got that.
and 5 acid damage.
Oh. Gross.
Ugh.
Let me just take a
That
gander at your.
sucks.
Let me just take a gander at your character sheet.
All right.
That sucks.
Gander away.
Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, just That's that.
All right.
Rotlaus E. $15-foot cone of red filament. Vonkar and Grin. Dex saves. Hey, Vonkar got a 10. Prone and restrained.
16.
So you see Vonkar just get splattered with red filament and is like now stuck to the ground prone. You are not restrained by red filament.
Yay.
Yay.
It recharges its red filament though. Vonkar, guess what?
Ooh.
Surprised. And then we'll say Rotlos A. Proboscis attack on Torger.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This
Here
one's
comes, tries
this
to
one's
get
gonna
it.
go for the tear duct in your left eye.
Yes. Oh, I've never cried once.
That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yep.
That's a like blinking to just the most muscular
Just
eye.
fighting with the eyelashes.
All right. Surprise round is done. Hopper.
Okay. Oh boy. Can I squeeze past Arthur?
Yeah, you're technically.
Because we're both small.
You're both small, yeah. So it's half movement to get through Arthur's space,
Sweet.
and you're not crawling,
What's
so
my movement? So
you're
30,
walking.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to Misty Step as a bonus action. So roll my thing.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
Okay.
Let me just mark off that use. To get 5, 10, 15.
Also, fun fact: if you use that through like Fey Touched or
20.
whatever, you can still cast that spell using spell slots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know
I
that.
just don't
for
want to
that.
use my spell slots yet. Yeah, it's awesome. So it's basically 2 free spell slots. It's great.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna use my action to. I don't wanna do that. What's a bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my action to summon my Force Ballista.
Okay.
My Eclair. And that'll be my turn.
Cool. Torger.
Yo.
Restrained in
So
filament.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, that is a whole thing. That is a real
Start of your
pain
turn.
in my butt. Or is it? Tell me more.
Start of your turn.
Yeah.
You
Like,
take.
does he
You
have a
take.
car?
Start of your turn. You take 2 poison damage, reduced by half. You take 1.
Okay.
1 poison damage as the
Oh.
webbing or the filament begins to like eat you.
Got you.
One poison damage.
So I'm going to do a bonus action, and as you see me going, yes, I'll fight you off all day. You see like a dark sort of shadowy coalescence turn into a puff of grayish, smoky-looking shadow. If you've ever played Mortal Kombat as much as I have, you know that Mortal Kombat 3 has a character called Noob Saibot,
Oh yeah.
who shadow steps and like slides into nothingness, and as the filament collapses on nothing else, the wood tick that is trying to hurt Antyr is going to have Torger come up behind it and kidney punch it and reach in with his very strong fingers and grab into the sides of it and just go, it's time for you to sleep now.
Okay.
As I do an attack with an advantage.
All right. So you shadow step out of the filament and behind it, and yeah, go for it.
Reaching out.
That's
for
so
guys.
fucking cool.
Oh wait,
Like,
this is the one. This is the one
you
that's
can just
attacking.
kind of that you can just kind of melt into darkness and then attack with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be Woodlow's D. Or
Yours
Rotlow's.
bugs kidneys. Rotlow's your bug kidneys belongs to me. It belongs to me now. Oh, oops! I got a critical.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that obviously hits.
All right, so. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to send that to Lex.
All right, so then, if you'll allow me, I've been watching. I just watched the Raid Redemption, so I'm gonna go on a little bit of a journey here.
Nice.
So that's 12.
12 damage.
Is what does it? Yes, 12 damage.
You punch into its like exoskeleton.
Yeah, so that's a punch, and then using the momentum just in like 2 elbows right on its back
Nice,
to try
go
and
for it.
start cracking the exoskeleton in the same spot.
Those two would be just straight rolls.
All
I think it's
and
your
then
first one
I'm
that's
going-
advantage after Shadow's dead.
and not 2. So yeah, so then let's do 20.
Oh yeah.
Flirty 20. All right. So that's 12 plus
And these guys, they look
You'll-
cute, right? They look cute enough.
11.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that's 2 attacks, and I've already used my bonus action.
Oh yeah. As you coming down with the second elbow, you crack the carapace, like the exoskeleton on top, and you just plunge your elbow a good like 6 inches into meat. It's still
Yeah, it's like-
alive, but like barely. But your elbow is like
Yeah.
sunk into the carapace.
Yeah, whatever. It's like I'm pushing off of the ceiling to push the elbow farther in,
Yeah.
since that's the only ceiling this character I've made could have possibly reached. And then,
Yeah, that Rotlos is looking real bad.
so then I'm going to, yeah, I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna, you know what, actually, I'm gonna move just, here,
Okay.
just a little bit, and I'm gonna be waddled out, and then with my back to Antyr, just in like a squat position, looking at the 2 on the sides, and then the 1 in front, just ready in like a deep basketball defensive stance.
Perfect.
Amazing.
All right. Rotlos.
Yeah, you wants to come? I've got you. The taste of you's on my elbow.
Rotlos C. Skittering towards Hopper. And is going to make a proboscis attack on Hopper. Just a straight,
Good luck, buddy.
just a straight roll because you're the perfect height for this chamber.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You said good luck, buddy, and that's a 25 to hit.
Fuck.
Foot in mouth.
Yeah, I set myself up to fail there. Yeah, that hits.
You know
You got him.
Hopper, you know Rotlos is one of their favorite meals is a Harengon. So it knows the perfect places to jab at with that proboscis, and the
Ow.
proboscis goes right up the old nostril, one of the nostrils, like you're doing the old COVID test, and
That's too
Ye
real,
old
Justin.
COVID
That's
test.
too real.
the old
Oh,
you take
I sneeze and it goes even further.
you take 8 piercing damage.
Ow, yeah, I definitely sneezed.
It's
The old-
bad.
That's real bad.
And then you take 3 acid damage,
Okay.
and then Constitution saving throw.
Con save?
Yeah, I didn't ask Antyr for one, but I do need you to give me one.
Okay, that
Oh,
die
I
needs a little
would-
break.
With the history check you got, nature check you got earlier, you do know, as I explained, these Rotloses do afflict people with diseases, something called heart rot.
Okay. Let me see if I can,
Yeah, con
fix
save.
anything. Yeah, con save. Sorry, just looking at any last minute thing I might have to add to this.
I don't think you do.
Nope. 10?
Oh, okay, cool. Now, heart rot, you would know the first day the creature just experiences intense heart palpitations.
Yeah. I've seen it firsthand.
Yep. The second day is constantly fatigued,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., con score reduced by 1d4.
Uh-huh.
Day 3, you just feel overall general weakness everywhere. Day
bad.
4, you develop sores in and around the mouth that makes eating and drinking nearly impossible. Day 5, just intense migraines and perpetual mind fog. Day 6 is every morning you spend 1 to 4 hours vomiting and being sick. And day 7 is end stages.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You die within 7 or so days with this
Uh-huh.
disease. But cool, you made your con save. Thank you. You rolled the con save is what I mean.
Real close.
Don't know if you made it or not. You rolled. I guess
It's real close.
we'll see what happened.
I think just anxiety, heart palpitations already starting.
Rotlaus
From
F is going to bite into Vonkar with advantage. With his 11 AC currently. 24 to hit. Ow.
Laughing DM.
Vonkar
Laughs at
takes
DM.
7 piercing. Oh, yeah, Vonkar takes 7 piercing damage. And 6 acid. Now, do Duergar have advantage on resisting disease, or is it just poison? Just poison. Okay. Con save for Vonkar. He's naturally good at these. 17, 10 plus 7. Cool. Antyr,
Mm-hmm.
you're up. Wait. Never mind. There was a surprise round last round. I got confused. Antyr, you're up.
Oh, right. Part of me was thinking it was Grin. All right.
You can see one of these Rotloses looks real bad. The others look great.
Right.
Torger
I
is no
can't
longer.
speak.
You cannot speak because every time you do, pink bubbles come out.
Right.
So verbal component spells, We'll say you can try to do verbal component spells while bubbles are coming out of your mouth, but it would be like Constitution checks, we'll say, to like get words
Yeah.
out.
I'll
Tough.
yeah. No thanks. Sorry, which one's looking rough? Is it D that's looking rough?
D's looking bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
You're just gonna unarmed strike D. Unarm the D.
Unarmed D. All right. Antyr I'll go ahead and expend a sorcery point. And I am going to subtle cast a 3rd level Motes of the Eclipse.
Perfect. Do that damage,
do
and then we're gonna do the surge stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna do 2 on D
Yep.
and 3 on A.
Perfect.
Please, good damage. That's not bad. 3. So that is 6 on D,
D dies.
and that is 9 on A.
All right.
I'll roll my D20.
The one that Torger was elbow deep.
There we go. Look, I did right where I needed to be. Right
There you
on
go.
both sides of it. I rolled an 11.
The one that Torger was elbow deep in is dead.
I felt dead. Okay. Just, the little motes just pelt forehead, and that I don't know the little pointer thing. I don't know the proboscis.
Yeah.
Proboscis. Do they want to risk it? Torture's there. A bonus action.
I
though.
got you.
Um, Antyr will turn
Mhm.
and say, okay, but as I say, okay, it's just bubbles. Okay. That's it for me.
Perfect. Grin, no longer surprised.
Hey, where can I move anywhere in the arena, Justin?
Yeah, you're size tiny, so you can squeeze past anybody and anything.
Okay, so I can
Yeah.
move here, for instance.
You're one of the only people whose movement is not impeded whatsoever in some fashion.
Okay. All right.
This is Grin's domain now.
Uh. 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna draw an opportunity attack from E.
Okay. If they go for it. Yeah, let me think here. Bzz. Or would it even be bzz. Nah, probably doesn't even notice you too much.
Okay.
Even though you're
and
like a
I'm-
tiny little guy with a big sword.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Noticing that these things don't seem to have any piercing or any slashing abilities. He's gonna try to net B.
Alright, I also say, based on your size, they don't seem intent on wanting to eat you.
Yeah, they probably don't
Like,
even
well, fuck that,
register
whatever.
me as a meal. So I'm gonna try and net B.
Yeah, go for it.
Ew.
That's an 11 to hit.
Misses.
All right. That's
So your net's kind of like on top of, not on top of B, but like kind of like in front of B on the ground.
because I don't want to be completely useless this round. I'm going to use one of my spells.
Yeah.
For me, who just went before me? That was Antyr.
Correct.
Okay. And just before Antyr was,
Rotlos F.
and then Torger.
Rotlos C and then Torger.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Antyr.
Okay.
Sanctuary.
D20, please.
All right.
Get a 7 or an 8. Or when you if you fail, roll a 7. Roll a D100. Get a 7 or 8.
All right. A fail is below 10, correct?
10 or lower,
10
yeah.
or below.
Yeah.
And a D8?
No.
D100.
D20 for the roll.
Okay, but then a D100 for
Yeah.
the fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want a 7 or an 8 because that's a fireball.
Close. 9.
Oh,
9. So that's a D.
So damn close.
So 9. Roll a D100 and we'll see what we get.
7 or an 8.
68.
Oh.
So close to
So
another
close.
one.
2 sixes
Oh.
in a row.
Interesting.
Almost
I think we've had
nice.
this one pop up before.
Yeah, we have.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta pull out the old measuring tool.
You're handy dandy
10,
notebook.
10, 15, 15, 20, 15, 25, 30, 30. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
35. You hear Arthur. Oh, Arthur can't see, so he doesn't know what's going on. Those of you with dark vision that are capable of seeing in the dark right now,
Mm-hmm.
every single person, including all of the remaining Rotloses, go invisible. Except for Arthur.
Oh, he fucked.
So
Oh, he fucked big time.
so everyone except for Arthur has the invisible condition.
Okay.
This goes
Interesting.
away whenever you make an attack or cast a spell.
Yeah.
It's for a
Yeah.
minute. The invisibility ends on a creature when it attacks or casts spells. Everybody is now invisible.
Interesting.
You are aware you're invisible because when you look at yourself, you don't see anything. But yeah, everyone.
Okay.
Everybody has the invisible condition right now.
Fun. Okay.
So
okay.
where Vonkar is, you see an invisible mass under red filament. So I mean, they know where he is still.
It's funny for Arthur. Everything just fucked off, and he's just like,
But also, he just can't.
Huh?
He can't see in darkness, so he's
Oh,
effectively
that's
he's
true, that's
effectively
true.
blinded this
We've
entire
abandoned
time.
him yet again.
I hope it's going well. I can't see.
As everybody stay quiet, we'll leave
Yeah,
him.
Grin, you cast Sanctuary on Antyr, and then everything just goes invisible.
Yeah.
Does Sanctuary leave a visible effect?
no.
Okay, cool. So there's
Like nobody can tell that Sanctuary is on something.
with the darkness and the invisibility, the not being able to see people doesn't seem to affect the Rotloses too much, and you can assess that they have some form of blind sense,
Mm.
Fuck.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't cast darkness. Then.
so they can still see where
Um.
people. They can still sense people that are invisible. Blind sight's great.
After failing the net and casting Sanctuary on Antyr, that means things will have to make a Wisdom saving throw if they try to attack them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was at 25
Yeah.
movement. I'm gonna get just one more spot closer, so I'm just in the middle of the mix.
Okay.
And call it there.
All right.
That's the end of my turn.
I was looking up the rules. Blind sight negates invisibility within the radius of the blind sight. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Arthur. He can't see. As an action, he's gonna light a torch because he doesn't know what's happening. He's like,
Makes complete sense.
and he just sees.
In a place with wood chips.
Yeah. Sees that everyone is invisible. You can hear like
Hello?
skittering. He can hear things. You can see this. This. And there is now a torch is 30-foot bright, 30-foot dim, I believe. Now there's just light coming into the.
Partially plugged by Vonkar.
Yeah, he's just
And
like,
some
oh,
louses.
well, at least I can't get. He doesn't. Oh god, he's just like, hello. And he can't do his helpful bonus action because he can't see anybody. That's his turn. Oh boy. Oh, I could have given him lucky when he did whatever. Anyways, what allows B invisible? Yeah, you threw a net at it, but you're flying. Blind
I am.
sense is
Is it?
What's
if
the
it's
wording on-
blind,
what's
blind sense
the
and
wording
tremor
on
sense,
blind
right?
sense?
It's if it's tremor sense, then that's
tremor sense is
touch
ground
the
based.
ground.
Yeah,
But if it's blind sense, then it doesn't matter if
yeah,
you're flying or
yeah.
not.
Blind
You
sense
can
is like
still
it's like
follow.
echolocation. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
it can hear the little fluttering of your wings,
Ah.
and it's gonna just not affected by the blindness or invisibility. It's just gonna do this. So it's gonna be is it an advantage or is it
It is advantage because I'm blind to it.
yeah.
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 And it's not blind to me.
Correct.
So that means it's advantage for it.
Huzzah! 18 to hit.
Shield.
Okay.
And I guess I need to roll
D20.
again. Yeah.
And since you cast shield, you're now visible.
Yeah.
Because you cast a spell.
And it's visible too as well.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now Grin is
Should
just
be an
yeah.
attack.
So that Louse B is now visible. Everyone else is invisible, and Grin is now visible. And yeah, Grin, you can see Arthur holding a torch behind Vonkar. He's like, "What is happening?"
I don't know.
And you got a 12, so no magic surge. Okay, cool. Uh,
Ooh.
Rotlouse.
Bring on the magic surges.
Rotlouse E is just gonna keep chomping at Vonkar with advantage, and it appears, and Arthur is right here. Arthur moved up, we'll say, and he just sees it appear, chomping into Vonkar. He's like, "No!" He just yells, he screams, That's not gonna hit Vonkar. Oh wait, no, Vonkar's not wearing any armor. 12 to hit. That does get through Vonkar.
Just barely. Oof.
9 piercing damage
9.
and 7 acid. Vonkar. Oh man. Oh man. Constitution saving throw for Vonkar. 9 plus 7. Cool. He's fine. That Louse E is now visible. Vonkar is going to try to break out of the filament as an action. No. As an action. Oh, start of his turn, he takes poison damage. 1. As an action, he's going to don his armor. Because 11 AC, and he's not looking
Yeah.
great.
That's rough.
So, action, boom, the armor goes on. Remaining in the filament. What's he got for bonus actions that he can do in here?
I think his big one is get swole,
Oh.
but I can't.
That'd be bad in here. Second wind, maybe? He's at 41 of 71.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty valid use of second wind.
Second wind. He
Pretty good.
slaps himself really hard where he's been biting him, and the lowest amount rolled possible on this. I rolled a 1 on the
No.
D10.
Ooh.
8 hit points.
Hey, that's still good though.
49 to 71. Okay. Sorry, Sam.
You're dead.
Rotlaus A. As it goes to bite into Vonkar, or not Vonkar, Antyr, it appears. So Andrew, you see this, you hear this like skittering as it gets behind you and up on the wall a little bit. And then you feel the proboscis go for the base of your skull from behind.
Sanctuary.
Right. I forgot about the
Yeah.
sanctuary. That's a wisdom save, correct?
Yeah.
Flat 10.
Fails. It's got to find someone else in range, which,
Isn't-
because of its movement, it can't.
Correct. But now it's visible. And you're right behind you. Like perched like this, but behind you. Hopper. You know.
Mm-hmm. Someone's got a proboscis up my nose.
Yeah, it's still there, flailing around.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna use bonus action glittering pattern to basically cast fairy fire on these 4 dudes near 3 dudes, C, F, and E.
Oh yeah, you're casting a spell through the sword. That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
Nice.
Yeah! Yeah!
So you're doing fairy fire on C, E, F,
C, E, and F. It's a 5-foot radius.
and it's a dex save.
Wisdom save, actually. I think.
For fairy fire?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for the glittering pattern, it's,
Oh, right.
you, within 5 feet, wisdom save or fall under the effects of the fairy fire spell. So wisdom save, but effects of
Alright.
fairy fire.
14. 10. 10.
Fail. Fail.
So those 3 under the effects
So-
of the fairy fire spell.
Yes. So that. where's
So
fairy fire?
technically visible. Advantage on attacks.
They're For the duration, they shed a dim light in 10 feet, and they can't benefit from being invisible.
Correct.
Also, we have advantage against them.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
So cool.
So-
Jinx.
So cool. Love fairy fire.
It functions as the spell.
It functions as fairy fire, but it's slightly different circumstance.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take you know what? Because I have the gunner feet, I'm gonna take out my blunderbuss
Okay.
and shoot C in the face.
Yes.
Do you have
Yes.
do you have the feat that lets you use guns without issue?
Yeah,
I mean, like
I
cool.
do.
It's a
I have
Nice.
gunner.
okay, cool.
Gunner feat.
Then you have advantage.
Yeah.
When did you
being
take
with
gunner?
Level 4 artificer.
Yeah, you did. That's right. I had to double check. Episode
Hee
20.
hee.
Episode 20.
3 levels ago. No,
Yeah.
2.
So with advantage of the
Uh-huh.
blunderbuss, is you just put the blunderbuss basically against this thing.
Yeah, just like it's proboscis is in my nose, so I just take my gun, bring it up to the chest, and fire.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
that
did
hits.
and I've loaded I've loaded a leech bullet for this.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so the leech. So you're not going to deal the damage of the gun because you're shooting a leech at it.
Okay.
So the leech deals.
It's a D4 of damage at the start of its turn.
Yeah. So it doesn't deal damage when it hits. It deals damage on the start of each of its turns as the leech kind of burrows in. So okay. Mark off one of your leeches.
Okay.
Oh, anyway, I started burrowing.
So you just.
Yeah.
You shoot one of these leeches out of the blunderbuss and it
Yeah.
attaches to the Rotlos's head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then I'm going to. Oh no, I can't do that. That's my bonus action already used. Yeah, I'll stay here. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. And you do have to you have to reload after every shot with that thing, with the blunderbuss. Like, it's one. You spend one attack or one action to reload.
You ignore the loading property of firearms. That's part of the gunner feat.
Well, you
Boom.
don't ignore the misfire.
I don't ignore misfire, but I didn't misfire.
That's true.
That's what you
Damn.
take.
Also,
Level 8, we all take the
also
gunner feat.
the blunderbuss is explosive.
Yeah.
So when you hit with normal ammunition, anything within 5 feet of the target makes a dex save or takes fire damage from the shot.
But I did not use normal
No,
ammunition.
but just for the future, if you get allies
Yeah.
there, just
Mm-hmm.
because you're using like unstable powder that really hasn't
Yeah.
been improved upon. All right, so it's got a leech stuck to its face.
Who's the
He
guy that
uses
goes,
the brute shot.
Well, who's the guy that goes hunting for webbits?
Elmer
Elmer
Fudd.
Fudd.
Elmer Fudd.
He's got
It's like reverse Elmer Fudd there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, leech is
What are
just
these
like
thi-
stuck in the head.
What are these fuckers called?
Rotloses.
It's what louse season.
it wow season.
All right. Anything else, Hopper?
No, that was my action, bonus action, and like 5 feet of movement.
Okay, and you shot C, so it's gonna be fairy fire and dried leech. Okay. Oh
He's
boy.
not having a good day.
No.
Fairy fire, technically, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. That's Torger. That's your turn.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who lit the torch?
Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah.
And he's lit it behind our boy.
But light does spread around
So-
corners and stuff. So.
Okay. But I would also wonder.
The light doesn't reach you though, where you are currently. It's a total of 40 feet of light, so the light ends.
I'm more just trying to wonder since. Okay. So, go with me on this one. If you must, or make your very judicious judgment on this. Judicious.
Okay, but
I'm trying to go behind this. It looks like we have like a root behind there.
Yeah, that's the piles
my
of
goal is to
those
try
are the
and,
piles of wood pulp.
Refuse
Yeah.
or wood pulp. Cool. Then is there a world in which I could bamf to a pile of wood pulp. As far as a shadow step goes.
Yes.
Because I know my speed you said was reduced by 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
So it'd only be 35. I don't know if I can make 35 from there.
Yeah,
So,
there'd be shadows just a little bit behind these.
Yeah, because
piles.
I don't know if I can make 35. I'm trying to get to. Oh no, I can make 35. Okay, well then fuck these guys. I'm gonna make 35 and run and get some guys off our boy, who's taken a lot of damage.
Alrighty.
Cool. So I am going to fly across the water so they don't see it coming, because they're all aflame with fairy fire, correct?
Nice.
Yeah.
Technically.
Advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Then I'm going to fly and I'm going to Luigi headbutt the first one that is interacting with.
That one is visible,
guy.
and it is also enshrouded in fairy fire, so advantage because of fairy fire, and because you're invisible and it's not. No, it has blind sight, so invisibility doesn't give advantage on attacks against these guys because they have blind sight. The fairy fire is what's giving advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if
And
we
yeah,
had a rogue in this party with Torger,
that would be
over
insane.
30.
All right, so that is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Great. I'm going to. Oh, that thing was already dead, but I keep forgetting I have a feat that has effects on certain things. Okay, so that is. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I think I accidentally rolled critical damage. I apologize. That's not what I wanted. We just want regular damage. Okay, that's fair. 6.
Okay.
Not 9. So 6 damage. Also, since I have Crusher feet on this first one, I'm going to move this guy out like 5
Sure.
feet away from our boy.
Yep.
And then I am going to take my second attack, which comes to a 17.
Hits.
Okay, then I am going to, swing around and heel kick that same one in the face
Okay.
for another 6 damage.
What'd you roll to hit?
But as I've hit it, 17.
Okay, 6.
And then a 6. But that's all. I'm going to move back another 5 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit this guy over here, Rotlouse, F.
Yep.
Gonna roll to hit that guy. Doing my actual character things, guys. Ooh, shit balls. So that is a 12.
Misses.
Piss. Oh, didn't use that. Oh! I'm gonna spend a key point. So I've used my 2 attacks, and that was my bonus action. I'm gonna use my key point to take, in my bonus action, to take 2 hits. So I've used one of those 2 hits. So there's one more hit I can use.
Okay.
Yes? Did I do that math correctly?
Sure.
Because yeah. All right. Gonna attack. That should do it. 25.
That hits.
Great. I'm gonna do that. All right, that's 6 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna move it, but I'm gonna use another key point. I'm gonna move it here. I'm gonna use another key point to try a stunning strike
Okay.
Nice.
on F.
Also,
it
just so you
needs-
know, Crusher, you can only do it once per turn, not with every attack on a turn. It's only once per turn.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, then we will keep him there, and we'll move this guy here, if that's cool with you.
Yep.
That guy will just have moved the once. Then this guy, yeah, we'll use the stunning strike on him. So he's
Sure.
got to beat.
Ooh, that's an
15.
That's an 11.
That is not. That F is
F is fucked.
F is stunned. Yeah, F is stunned. So
Jeez.
good.
So we still have
yeah.
advantage on E, F, and D and C.
C,
correct?
E, F,
E, F,
C,
C.
C, E,
Yes.
F, all advantage.
Okay.
Oh well, then I should have maybe re-rolled that 12 attack,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah,
Right,
technically, yeah.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I will just roll that one more time just for just for yield damage. Thank you for helping me with the crusher feat. So 6 more damage to F. Because it was 2 attacks for E, 2 attacks for F.
Did you re-roll the
Fairy
attack?
Fire lasts for a minute.
Did you re-roll
is
the
stunned.
attack to hit though?
That's a good point. I should have done that before I did damage. So it's a 20.
Yeah, so 6 damage.
Nice.
Alrighty. Cool.
Sorry, thank you.
No worries. Rotlo C.
mechanics
Sorry,
happening right
sometimes
now.
I go a little too fast with attacks.
It's all good. Rotlo C. The leech burrows into it a tad.
Uh-huh.
Roll a d4, I believe.
That's just 1.
No, okay. It burrows in a little bit. You all see the little leech trying to crawl its way in. The once dried leech no longer dried. Wet and wriggling.
Gross.
C. Yeah. It's gonna try to bite Hopper.
Fair.
That's gonna be a 17.
Miss.
Perfect. Rotlo's F is stunned. Antyr.
All right.
There is the one Rotlo's perched behind you on the wall. Now visible. A and B are visible. I think at this point all of them are visible. Fairy Fire and etc.
Okay.
So they're all visible. now.
Yeah, Antyr. Oh, Grin just did the thing to stop him from getting hit. Stop him from getting hit, but
Hey, if you
Torger
want to do
left.
damage, do damage.
yeah.
be-
I will say
Ready
these
for
these
that
the I will say
comeback.
these guys don't look beefy in terms of hit points.
Yeah, Antyr, the bonus action, there's a expulsion of arcane energy as the Astral Eviscerator comes to life, and they are going to bring it up in an upping arc toward the. Actually, no, they would come in a downward arc
All right.
to try to knock the creature off the fucking wall.
Disadvantage because you're prone. Because you're crawling around.
Oh yeah, that's right, aren't I? Yeah.
Using a great scythe with 2 hands. While
It
crawling.
doesn't matter. I rolled a natural 19 and natural 18, so 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, fucking max damage, 18 on the slashing die, and I do an additional 2d6 force damage.
Oh, you don't need it.
7 for okay.
Oh, good. It just spills out onto the floor of this chamber. Yeah, it's above you, so when you cut it out open, it just spills out onto Antyr.
I'm alert.
Antyr's got an even 20 on the kill count now.
21.
Oh shit.
They killed 2 Rotloses so far.
Yeah.
Damn.
How does Grin look like they're faring okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, these guys can't hit him. Really.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gonna swoop around.
How'd you
this way.
move 30 feet?
Oh, that's right. You're right. Right. You're right. That would not be the way that I went then. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right. Now they're gonna scurry along the floor to try to help Grin,
Perfect. All right.
wielding the just dragging across the floor behind Antyr because they can't carry it right. But yeah.
Grin.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, Grin.
Alright, so, gosh.
Your net still on the floor because it is an action to pick that back up.
Yeah. That'll be there until the end of combat. I do want to use the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna risk the attack of opportunity in order to get advantage
Yeah,
on one of these other guys.
Well, I'll tell you, there will not. These guys are never going to attack for opportunity you unless you deal significant harm to them.
Okay, so I'm gonna move my guy over to here.
Because the way they're attacking seems more like hunting behavior.
Before I do this, did they hit Hopper or no?
Uh,
The first round, yes, not this last round.
Oh, okay. So, okay, cool. So the fairy fire's still up.
Yes.
Okay. Then yes, I will
attack C with advantage using Booming Blade.
Okay.
I'll hold off on that one. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right.
Here we go. Whee! That is a 17 and a... Yeah, okay. So we'll go with a 26. I should have rolled with advantage, but I just rolled twice in a row.
Yep, 26 hits.
26, and then that is 10 plus a d8. Not great. That's a total of
12.
12 damage.
All right, that one is starting to look hurt as you slash into it with your big old sword.
And I'm going to use my last first level spell slot for Divine Smite.
All right. Cool. So yeah, no surge on that then. So yeah, roll your Divine Smite as well.
I believe that's 2d8.
Yeah.
Not rolling great. 8.
All right.
So it's a total of 20 damage for my whole turn against C.
Smite flares out. It's looking real bad after the smite.
Damn it!
You got
Something to take something off.
It looks like
Bored.
with that attack, it was going. You went from looking great to single digits.
Okay. After doing that damage, I'm gonna use my bonus action to go invisible in case it wants to focus
Sure.
me after that.
Alrighty. Arthur pulls out his letter opener
Yeah.
and is gonna try to cut away
Get it,
the
dude.
filament around Vonkar. Yeah. He doesn't know the nature of those. So yeah, he's just gonna try cutting away with his letter opener. +2 to hit
Nice.
for a natural 1.
Fitting.
He accidentally pokes Vonkar with it. No damage, but accidentally just pokes Vonkar, and hear Vonkar go, "Oh, ow!" And then, as a bonus action, he's going to use Helpful, and give the help action as a bonus action to Vonkar. Because he needs it.
Yeah.
Giant Rutlos, B. Oh, perfect. Proboscis attack against Antyr.
Uh-huh.
Advantage because you're prone.
That prone.
Got that prone condition.
12 to hit.
I'm gonna have to. Bulwark.
Does that have vocal components?
Wait. That is a very valid question. It does. It sure does.
All right. Make a Constitution check to see if you can get some words out amidst the bubbles. The DC will be 10 plus the spell level. So.
Okay, so it was an 11, but I rolled a 17.
All right. So yeah, you get a couple of words, not like a smidge of a word out with the bubbles.
Right.
And you cast Bulwark. Oh,
I rolled a 7.
D100.
Yep. This is fun, y'all. 81.
You feel very fast. You can take one additional action immediately.
Right now?
You can take an action right now.
Oh, we cutting into this bitch.
Go for it. So poof, there's like a surge, time slows down, and you suddenly hop into the future temporarily.
That's awesome. Okay. I'm still at disadvantage.
Yeah.
See if I roll as well. Not bad. I rolled a 9 and a 10 for an 18.
18 hits.
All right. The damage halfway. 12 plus 7, so 19.
That one is looking bad.
Okay.
So it attacks you. You pop up a Bulwark. You immediately get an extra action. You can immediately
Yeah,
get
it's
an
like
action against
poof,
it.
and as it does, it's like
It's like you.
scraping across the ground. It
It's like
comes
you.
up and
It's like you do
slashes
like a Dark Souls riposte and then parry.
it. Awesome.
Nice.
That's Rotlow's Beast, or Rotlow's E. Which is not the one who's stunned. Gonna bite Torger for kicking it in the head. Ooh, 25 to hit. Which
The
one?
hit.
Silvery
Oh.
Barb.
Believe it or not.
Silvery barbs. Ooh.
Silvery Barbara Streisand.
Disadvantage.
Roll a d20.
That's an 18 on the d20.
Sure it is. Alright. Reroll is 17 plus 6. So,
Mm-hmm.
23.
23 to hit. So it hits.
Would you believe it?
Towards you take 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give Antyr the advantage.
Okay. And then you take 4 acid damage, Torger. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That was really smart, Kate, to give Antyr the advantage because that currently is the only one that doesn't have advantage against it.
I know, right?
Technically.
Nice.
Oh,
Kind
yeah,
of,
that's true.
What kind of roll you said?
Con save, please.
On save.
I mean, I could have given Torger the advantage for the con save, but
I got a 15.
15.
he's fine.
He's Gucci.
Alright, 15.
This really is
Good to
like
know.
the ideal support fight
Alright.
for Harper right now.
Vonkar was given a bonus action help action from Arthur, because that's what Arthur can do as an expert.
I like that we're
Vonkar.
pampering our wizards so that they can go in melee style.
Oh, Vonkar is still restrained in the filament.
No, even with advantage.
No, he's still
from-
he hasn't tried breaking out yet.
Oh, okay.
He put his armor on. He takes 3 reduced to half, 1 poison. Because Duergar, or dwarf in general.
yeah.
He's gonna use an action to try to break out of the filament, because he doesn't really have anything that would help him get out. He can't teleport out. So yeah, he's gonna make a strength check to try to break out of the filament. He has help, so it's advantage on his next check.
Good.
Not saves, strength check. Strength check. With advantage, 20, and then a not 1 for 6. So as an action, yeah, he just rips the filament off of his body
There we go.
Beautiful.
and is no longer restrained. He didn't make an attack, he ripped it off. So he's prone and invisible still, so everybody kind of just sees the filament just ripped to shreds. Invisibly. Bonus action.
Not that it helps.
Nah, he's not going to turn to adamantine because I don't think he needs it. Nah, we'll see.
That's a long rest thing, right?
Back to the top for Hopper.
Oh boy. I think I'm just gonna attack with the Everthorn. Just
On who?
I'm gonna do it on C because C has been trying to stab
C
me
looks like
all
shit.
night
Yeah, go
long.
for it. Advantage. C looks like shit.
So fuck you, C.
You see them wreathed in booming energy.
Yeah, funny how that works. So at advantage, 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. The leech is
Okay,
also like
and then-
burrowing in there
yeah.
too.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. And then that is that was almost a 6.
Cool.
7
It dies.
magical slashing damage. Hell yeah.
It dies. Because it dies, the leech also dies.
Mm-hmm.
Because it reduces your hit points. The
Yeah.
leech that's burrowing it just.
And as it falls to the
Yeah.
ground, the booming energy goes off and it explodes.
Yeah, sure.
Flavor
Alright.
text. And then bonus action, gonna turn around and instruct my force ballista to fire at E at
Okay.
advantage.
Yeah, go for it.
So I think if I'm reading it right, I think it's plus my spell attack modifier.
It
For
should be auto calculated on your stat block somewhere.
Let me double check bonus action. I think it's a. That's for the flamethrower. It's a dex save, but I think the force
Ranged spell
ballista
attack.
is a
It's
spell
a
attack.
ranged spell attack.
Yeah, so it is a spell attack. That's a +7. So 2d20 +7. Natural 20.
Hell yeah!
Natural
Nice.
20.
Nice. Yeah, go for it. On who is this?
Brown
Who is this to? E or
F.
F?
This is to F.
F.
Oh, F is already stunned too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
2d8 force damage doubled.
Yep.
That's 14 doubled to 28
All right.
on a bonus action.
Prepare to be varnished.
Yeah. F just. The force. It's a cannon of like force, right? So it's not like it's
Yeah.
shooting bullets. It's like a concussive wave that it shoots.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It's just smushed against the wall.
It's like a lethal. It's like lethal beanbag rounds.
Yeah. So that thing
Yeah.
just. That thing
Yeah.
pops like a balloon filled of a balloon filled of like assorted slurry.
Vengeance for my brethren. Yeah. That's my turn.
Nice. No, Hopper does not have 89 kills. All right.
Oh.
All right, that's your
Dang it.
turn.
Guess
Yeah.
it only counts as one.
It does only count as one. Cool. Torger.
So I am going to tell you about something, but my move is also I'm going to try and attack with my move,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to run in front of this guy, this E. I'm gonna run in front and try and do like a swinging neck breaker.
Okay.
So as I run by, I'm using the momentum of my body to grab the front part of its head and pull on it in an effort to try and flip it over my own body. I've been watching a lot of Tony Jaa movies lately.
Go for
A
it.
lot of Raid the Redemption. So here's the attack for that.
With advantage because of fairy fire.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Advantage for monks seems like it'd be really useful.
Well,
Yeah.
you'd be
Just
surprised.
because of the amount of attacks they get.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that is a critical, my friends.
Yeah,
Yes.
go for it.
Nice.
All right, I have to remember what Crush Your Feet does when you get a critical.
Gives everybody advantage.
Yeah.
Rolls against the creature. Yeah. Well, we already have advantage, but still,
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. So that first one is that swinging neck breaker.
It's probably gonna.
is-
It's
I
probably
know,
gonna work
I'm gonna
out
roll
for
a
you.
credit. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Oh well, that's annoying when my critical was the same as my regular. That's the
Oof.
disadvantage of monks. But 9 damage is gonna go
Okay.
as I swing.
It survives
on
the neck breaker, but barely.
this guy.
It's like
But
twitching.
it also sets up for this pile. I'm gonna move it 5 feet towards this pile.
Okay.
So the swinging neck breaker also comes, and then so he does that, grabs the head again, and then sways out like. Here, let's roll the attack first, and then I'll
Yep.
hit. So it's advantage again.
Advantage. Yep.
Only advantage.
The attack too. So 25.
That hits.
All right, and that is 11 damage.
Yeah. How do you want to kill this one? It's not the last one, but
Okay.
you're trying all these moves and stuff. So
Yeah, so that was the swinging neck breaker, and it didn't die, and it's still moving. It's
That's
still
like twitching,
hitting again,
like-
swinging it. It's like twitching, but its head's still in Torger's hands. He grabs the jowls of it,
yeah.
and it's still got some room, and he's pulling it towards the wood pile, and then he sees an errant, jagged piece of wood
Sure.
that's
Yes.
sticking out of the thing. And he sees that, and he runs. It pulls back, full body weight, splayed out, and pulling its
Nice.
soft under chin. He splays out as it jumps back and pulls its chin into the spiked piece of the eroded spiked piece of wood and jams it into the brain base of this
Perfect.
rot louse as it finally gives up the ghost.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
It's dead.
I love it. That's awesome.
Awesome.
But using half my movement to stand up, because I did tell myself I was going down in 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do that. I'm gonna bonus attack, use a key point, and punch this one. Is this one?
Nope. This one is just a straight roll.
Okay, cool. So then I'm gonna punch this one. With regular roll twice. I'm using a key point for this guy. Does an 11 do it?
Nope.
Oof.
So then in my case, I just slam, and then I come back, and I glancing blow, coming back, and then with the momentum, turning around and trying a quick kick.
9 doesn't hit either.
That is a natural 1
Oh,
or a 9
a
total,
natural
which
1.
is also a miss. Yeah?
Acha.
Oh, do we do botches in this campaign?
No. But I was thinking of something funny to say, but never mind.
I was gonna say I love playing botches, but we haven't done it the whole campaign. But if we want to turn them on at some point,
I was gonna say your kick gets stuck in its filament spewing thing, but
I love botches.
yeah. Anything else?
I mean, I got nothing else, but
Alrighty.
just movement. Yeah, I'm giving flanking, which we also don't do
Yeah.
in this campaign either.
There's far too many optional rules. Antyr.
On. I was really thinking Torger was gonna get this. Antyr is going to they have advantage technically, but also disadvantage, so it's gonna be a straight roll, right?
You don't no advantage whatsoever on this one.
Well,
No,
the
that is-
advantage is from
Silvery
Hopper.
barbs.
Silver.
Oh right, yeah. So it's a straight roll because you're prone, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Dirty 20.
There you go.
Roll damage.
13 slashing
Oh,
and
yeah, I don't-
6 force.
Yeah, it's gone. How do you dispatch the last of the
As
Rotlos?
Torger is just trying to punch it, and if it turns its attention toward Torger, all Torger sees is just and hears the sizzle as the great axe slides through, slicing up the back, and just that where the axe blade would curve up is inches from Torger's face as Antyr pulls it back, and it turns back into the staff.
Perfect. And that's when we're gonna go to break. And we'll be back here in 10 minutes.
Right on.
Alrighty. The Rotloses have been dealt with. They're all dead.
Hell yeah.
You're still inside this tree. One by one, anyone who was invisible becomes visible again. And Antyr, you get the feeling of the bubbles going away when you speak now.
Alright, who's hurt? Who's hurt?
You can see Vonkar is the most hurt out of everybody, I believe.
Come here, bring it in. Bring it in, Vonkar.
I took a stick up the nose, but I think I will survive.
Arthur has the torch out still so he can see.
Alright, tell me if you're hurt about a Vonkar's match. And Grin is gonna cast Cure Wounds on Vonkar.
Hell yeah, D20.
And heal them for 12 hit points.
Hell yeah, D20.
D20 is a 7.
D100.
36.
Roll a D10.
Nope. There it is. 9.
That's an odd number, yes? Or is that an even number?
Yeah.
That's an
9 is
odd
odd.
number.
You're 9 years younger. You're just
What-
you're
What
Your
does that
age is-
mean for me, considering I was born 5 years ago?
you're born 6 years ago.
Oh, 6, yeah.
Grin
Uh,
this.
And considering I wasn't really born, I was just made.
Oh no.
Are sprites ageless?
No.
Do they age?
No, they do. Only like Archfey are really
Sounds like young
only
Sprite.
only Archfey are the immortal ones that have
Alright.
indefinite life.
You lose.
I mean,
that
I'm
sprite
assuming
years.
I'm assuming that Grin through the course of this story was like adult aged.
yeah, but
So-
you are only have been around for 6 years.
Yeah, but spawned in
Uh,
as an adult.
yes.
So if there's an actual like
Your age decreases
Age.
by a number of years equal to the roll.
okay.
So technically, it would be
I'm 11 now?
no, it would be. Technically, Grin would no longer exist.
Feywild funkiness.
Hey man, whatever. If I gotta roll a new character, then
Oh
that's how it
no.
goes.
Grin
These
dies
wild
to a
magic
wild magic
things.
surge. Oh no. That's... Oh, we got it.
Um,
Save Grin.
Okay, I got something funny for this because the Feywild's weird. Grin, for the moment,
Yeah.
disappears.
I'm so small, and then I'm just like,
And then-
You've returned to the twinkle
And-
in
left behind,
in
left
Papa's eyes.
left behind. Because you all have seen where the sprites come from in this setting.
from the pores of that mother thing.
Yeah.
Gross.
You hear a plop in the murky water, now being illuminated by the torch, and you can see a little tiny, kind of looks like a fuck if I know, like a little tadpole spawn, kind
like a
of
zygote.
Yeah, like a little zygote.
dragonfly larvae.
like a little like zygote floating around in the water before it pops. And Grin will say you're minutes old, but with you still have all your memories and shit and everything and whatnot. You're just technically reborn in this moment. Do with that what you will.
Grin?
Okay.
Same size.
All right.
We'll say same size, with 6 inches or whatever, but just physically and whatnot, you're a few minutes old, but you have the memories of, and everything that's happened to you this far. Because I don't want to have Grin just not exist anymore from the de-aging thing. So, yeah, you are aware of what just happened, ceasing, and then being reborn.
Guys, I think magic is dangerous right now.
Grin, are you alright?
Just
My eyes are
happened to-
adjusting to the light a bit.
Do you
The
remember
wizard
us?
Covered in like amniotic fluid.
Antyr, Vonkar, Torger Hopper.
That's fair.
Woodridge.
Oh, yes. I don't think I'm going to write this in my book.
You leave this part out.
I don't know. I feel energetic.
Oh wait. Okay. Little amendum. It's not a zygote that's flitting around in the water because I forgot you guys had a bargain with Anti-Gothel. So that would kind of supersede what just happened in a way.
Technically, yeah, you wouldn't die anyway.
Cool. Okay. So ignore everything I just said. A lot of stuff happening.
Okay.
That scar, the scar that's on Antyr's arm in the shape of your tattoos, begins to sprout a tiny little fruit. A black withered fruit, like the one Grin gave Anti-Gothel. And it's just suspended there, kind of just hanging now out of Antyr's arm.
What happened to Grin?
They're gone at the moment.
Yeah, you're gone at the moment.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So the fruit is just like a fruit suspended from the branches of your scar, like tree, Antyr. Just it like pushed out of the skin and is now just growing and ripening.
I imagine painfully. Not a pleasant feeling.
No, it's like passing a bowel movement when it comes out.
Oh, okay.
So maybe painful.
Yeah. Probably out of your arm, you know.
So you
can't
see it just like
uncomfortable.
blooming out of the arm and then hanging from like one of the branches, like one of the scars that resemble a branch.
Let me check something really
And it
quick.
kind of just hangs there. And then it detaches and opens up, and Grin is inside the fruit. And we'll say no de-aging because the bargain supersedes it.
You see, like, some before it busts open, you see some like little fists, like.
It's like the mouth poking through the face poking through the
However, where Grin was previously and they popped out of existence, all of their equipment dropped to the floor.
Okay.
Do you guys know exactly what Grin was carrying?
No need to reattune to anything, but because you didn't die, so no need to reattune to anything. You just ceased. But this is a fun way to do it.
So everybody knows that what Grin left behind was a vial of acrid.
That would.
I'm just gonna say the important stuff.
I got agitated in here.
Vial of acrid, a key, but you don't know what it goes to. It's just a key. It looks weird, but also very mundane at the same time. Yeah, and like some tools and a potion of water breathing that was left over from, you know.
When we went to the lake.
Yeah, those are the important things. There's other stuff too, but it's all the mundane bullshit. So.
Does he have any more fried hardtack?
Absolutely. That does get me to the question of the blasted goggles. What happens to those things in this moment?
Oh. Because they're
True.
cursed, but it-
I got a really fucked up thing for this then.
Gross.
The goggles are cursed.
Mm-hmm.
They prevent a portion of your body from de-existing, so remaining on the floor of the chamber is your severed head with the goggles still attached to it. And then they just pop off. So remaining in that spot is your head.
Oh.
The current size it is now.
But you got the goggles on.
You are no longer you're no longer attuned to the goggles, we'll say. But yeah, your old head is just kind of resting there, it'd be floating in the fluid, in the mud.
Antyr,
Uh-huh.
are you my parent now?
You know, I could be a surrogate parent if you need.
Yeah, at the very least, you seems like kind of a weird uncle.
As the branch,
I'm the weird uncle.
as the branch,
I'll read out. Yeah.
as the branch that came out slithers back into your arm. Antyr, the branch is that branch was one of your veins,
Oh.
and the vein just back into the arm. Yeah, just Grin's extra head floating in the water.
Antyr's Magus Reach is gonna reach out and pluck Grin's head and stuff it into the alchemical pouch.
Oh,
Sure.
that's mine.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
No,
And now there's goggles that are like,
That's my head.
you left it.
Yeah, but it's mine.
Oh, it's mine now. It's the trade-off for regrowing you.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to talk about this later.
Yes, this
Sure.
makes sense. Everything's got its price.
and yeah, there's like
It does.
there's like a tiny pair of goggles now just
For
floating in the
real?
water as well.
A
Yeah,
covenant's
this
been
is the-
made.
This is the price for me healing Vonkar.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize what happened.
you did that because you decided to use magic. Have you not realized magic is fucked royally here?
Yeah, who else is hurt?
I would say me, but I
don't.
don't think you'd be too willing to assist.
No,
I-
I'll
I'm a
heal you.
little hurt, but I can heal myself.
Healing Antyr.
Even though sorry, that was on purpose to talk over Hopper in that moment because of the situation.
Uh huh.
So
I can heal myself, but don't
Yeah,
worry
like
about it. I will just
Antyr,
go
you
in the
can add
corner.
Grin's old head to your
Yep.
alchemical
Grin's
pouch.
old head.
Grin head. Got it.
So Grin is gonna cast Cure Wounds again.
Okay, D20.
Yep. And on Antyr, and they're gonna heal 13 hit points.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
That's gonna be a D20.
17.
Okay, nothing happens.
Nice.
Alright.
You should
Oh, you healed me exactly.
Sure.
Wait, how much did you heal me?
13.
13.
That's exactly what I needed.
No, you feel good?
Yeah, I feel great.
Yeah, I
You
figured you
should ask
might.
for your head. You should ask for your head back as
Ah, it's too
payment.
late now.
No, yeah. Guess what?
What?
I just did exactly what
Uh,
I did. That lost the head.
okay.
Do you understand?
No.
Right?
Did you regrow someone from their body?
No, I was.
Grin, I'm just holding on to it. It'll be preserved for later. What are you going to carry it around in your arm and then
Preserved
have the
for
sword in the other
later.
arm?
Give me a hand. Look into my eyes.
Right.
Yeah,
Heart
I'm pretty
sense.
sure.
Heart sense.
What was
Holding
Torger
on to
saying?
it later. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you wants to, you could put it inside Hildsvini's mouth.
I mean, I'd eat anything.
What is heart sense again?
I will go ahead and read it right now.
Her emotional state.
Sprite touches a creature and magically knows the creature's current emotional state.
All right.
Yes. And
Um,
charisma saving throw. We already know your alignment, so
That's fucked.
Yeah.
we'll just yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of know that shit.
Yeah.
But emotional state. Are you feeling
Chaotic
like you're
evil.
lying or devious at this point? What's going on?
Emotional state.
I'm stoked to
Are you
play with his
feeling-
head
Are you
later.
feeling mischievous?
The emotional state would be intrigued or
And Dylas and I are gonna play catch.
that's feeling of looming discovery or looming
Oh,
potential.
Jesus.
That's not suspicious at all.
There is a slight moment where Grin imagines putting the cursed goggles on Antyr while they're sleeping, and it passes, and he just lets it slide.
Alright. Alright, Antyr. Have your fun.
Does anyone pick up the old tiny goggles now? Or no, do you leave them behind?
Oh yeah, I can
Arthur-
pick up tiny
oh.
Let's,
Okay.
let's give him to Helsvini.
Yeah, I'll eat them. If they're cursed, no safer place to be than in
Now, why
mud.
don't you wear 'em, Hellsvini?
What?
I mean, you can wear goggles. You got eyes.
I'm not a creature.
Oh, all right.
What did you want to wear those?
Yeah, Hopper, did you want to wear goggles that would stay on your face forever?
No, I am good, thank you. I will keep my dark vision goggles that let me see in the dark and are not cursed to stay on my face forever.
Oh, they're cursed.
Uh,
You can see
I
Arthur.
couldn't get 'em
Arthur
off
was
my
like
head.
Arthur was like in the process of going to pick them up. Oh,
No, Torger did pick him up.
Yeah.
Like Torger's picked him up, and
if you want
I
to wear
mean-
some, Arthur, they are all
I'm
yours.
not gonna wear
It
any.
didn't. I mean, it didn't seem like there was anything bad about them, unless you think goggles are your vibe, and they will never not be your vibe.
yeah. Also, if you've got eyes that itch a lot, you probably wouldn't want to wear them.
My eyes never
Yeah,
actually
you-
take care of. I take care of them very well.
I imagine if you went a few months without being able to get your eyes, there's them sleepy crusties would build up, and then you'd just have a goggles
Oh,
full of
that's right.
sleepy crusties.
Vile.
Terry usually takes care of my
Ew.
when I'm sleeping.
God. Are there? Right. Hell.
I don't want them.
Arthur's
Feed them to the
fucking character.
feed them to the boar bag. Yeah, like come on, guys, in the gullet. Let's go.
All right, open that
Uh,
cute pig snout I've come to love.
He opens it,
Okay, here comes the goggles. Ooh.
swallows them. Nice.
Or you're mocking or mimicking the sounds of
No,
Phoebe.
no.
All right, I'm having a nap
That was
now.
Caleb voice acting Hellsvini swallowing
then,
the goggles.
And then, as soon as Hildesvini eats the goggles of blasting, he goes to sleep.
Right. Is there still some of that filament from Vonkar? Not Vonkar. Yeah, from Vonkar being trapped.
Nope, that would have dissolved because it didn't have any flesh to
Got it.
be on.
Cling to. Good to know.
Yeah, as soon as he broke out of it, you saw it turn white and petrified almost.
Gross. All right.
So I hope none of you are embarrassed by seeing me naked like this. I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed.
Aren't you always?
You thought you were always naked.
No, it's got a loincloth.
not,
And
not
armor.
not in the art.
Pretty fucking butt naked at the arm, but that's.
Doesn't wear the apron anymore, I don't think.
All right. We'll turn our gazes from you as you get yourself proper. Antyr will literally turn away.
No, that person's not here. I was gonna say, just give Grin their old head and make it a helmet, or like a mask.
Oh my god. Wearing your own head as a helmet. How does that?
It's like the
Yeah.
sunglasses meme, but it's
Yeah.
your head.
Oh, god, that's fucked. We have to do that at some point in Morkborg. Like seriously.
Yeah.
All right, so studded leather. He's just gonna. You see him like. Oh, is this where my body was? Oh. Guys, I gotta say, I'm a little fucked up about this. This is really weird. Puts the armor on.
Arthur's like, hold on a second. Never mind, I'll keep my theory to myself. And he writes in his book quietly.
Alright, Arthur. You and I are gonna have a conversation over this short rest we're all about to have to patch up wounds and stuff. I tried to do my part, but that's what got all this started.
I don't think the big ones would have a good rest in this tree. They're all...
Okay, yeah, we should keep moving.
Yeah.
on.
Let's proceed if we can.
I'm fine
I'm
resting.
doing-
No, I'm not. This tree sucks.
I'm doing second wind to heal up a little bit.
Nah,
Ah,
no, not allowed. I got rid of the second.
No?
I banned the second wind feature.
Yeah. No more second wins for you.
I also banned
I-
multi attack for all classes.
Well, good thing I'm not, at a level where I have multi-attack.
Good, yeah, you're fine then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you
just no
you,
second
you
wind.
do
Great.
you do some second wind. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I only heal up 7.
I'm going to use my channel divinity to gain a spell slot back.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
All right. We'll say with all of this, Grin being reborn and all that fun stuff. Hopper,
Oh boy.
you start to feel some intense heart palpitations.
Oh no.
A very like a very just. Boop, 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 boop.
Well, you said I passed.
I said, yeah, I worded it wrong though. I said you rolled.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it?
Hmm.
I think you corrected yourself later.
I did
and
correct
said-
myself.
And,
Yeah,
and you said
okay.
you believe you passed. Or something
Oh, I
along those
believe I
lines.
passed.
And now, about an
Okay.
hour later, you start to feel these intense heart palpitations.
Uh-huh. Cool, 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 cool.
While you're all still in the tree.
All right,
Yeah,
let's keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And Hopper just starts taking like very deep breaths every once in a while,
Okay.
Guys,
trying to stay steady.
I'll take the lead. If that's all right. Whether we're
Mm-hmm. Yes. I will bring up Zaria.
Yes, you will, and I will not.
all right. Here we go.
A few minutes later, the tunnel you start climbing up the upward sloping tunnel, and you come to a 3-foot diameter wooden door
So much wood.
with a knob in the center. So it's like a hobbit hole door, but 3 feet in diameter with a knob in the center.
Hey guys, there's a door here.
Can you use it?
I mean, it looks like we could use it, but I mean, if there's a door here, that means like those wood louses might have belonged to somebody.
Grin, as you're looking at this door, some eyes open up in the wood, and a mouth opens up. Hello. The knob as a nose. Hello.
Hello.
Are you seeking passage to another domain?
Yes.
Okay.
Looks at everyone.
And the door just opens.
Where does it lead to?
The other side of the door, you're looking out into a dark, deep forest of pine trees. Andy Gothel's domain is all jungle, weird jungle. This is a forest of pine trees, dark forest of pine trees. A road can be seen through the trees about a few hundred feet away. It's a dirt road. Dancing throughout the air are fireflies and the sounds of a forest. The orange blossoms you followed are gone, and the door's like, here's the next domain.
Thank
Alright.
you. What's your name?
One way.
Thank you, one way.
Get it? Because I'm, you know.
I mean, if that's your way of saying this is the last time we ever speak,
Yeah, probably.
I feel sad for you. That sounds sad.
Oh, it's okay. I never remember anyone that talks to me.
Okay, I love you forever. Bye.
Okay, you
Forever
crawl out of the
bye.
tree, and does everybody follow Grin out of the tree finally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all, step out into this deep, dark forest of pine trees. You can see the road a few hundred feet away, dancing through the air, just fireflies, their lights going off. The sound of a forest echoing. This domain doesn't feel as overbearing and horrific as the previous domain you were in. And as you all leave the tree, one way just goes, "Welcome to the domain of Storybrook," and then closes.
Like Once Upon a Time Storybrooke? Like
I didn't-
fucked up fairy tale
I
story?
didn't know if is that an actual thing? Storybrook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Whatever. Didn't know that.
Is
Disney
about
will
the
be
story,
sending
don't
a
worry.
cease and strongly worded cease
Yeah,
and
well,
desist
ABC
letter.
will, yeah.
Maybe. Well,
No, they're not gonna watch this.
No.
Yeah, you're in a new domain of delight.
They'll get, what was it, Justin? They'll get like a solid 2 pennies.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
the 3 cents that we've made this month.
What do we?
But yeah, you see this deep, dark forest of pine trees, fireflies flitting through the air. A nice sound of a forest, not like a screaming jungle where everyone's dying. Yeah.
So Torger is gonna get behind a tree, into the shade and gain
Okay.
his for 6 seconds and gain his temp HP back.
Okay. Arthur is just
Oh, yeah.
sketching what he sees right now, just a forest and then a dirt road. The dirt road's kind of got like an it's like a beige dirt, which is dirt, I guess.
Is
Do
your
I
dirt
recognize
dirt colored or
this-
beige colored?
But yeah, you just
Do I recognize this domain at all?
ooh no
No. Cool.
no
Or do I recognize the name?
No.
would
no.
No. Okay.
All right,
Just thought I'd
Hopper.
ask.
All right, Hopper. So it looks like we're in your domain now, the one where you used to be. That's where we got to, right? The old summer court, or what are they called?
We are not in the correct domain yet. I think we still have a ways to go.
Yeah,
What?
Gothel said it would take us 7 days to reach that domain.
So we probably have to go through maybe this one and then possibly a third before we get to
Yep.
Summer Court.
And there are no more orange blossoms to follow.
Oh, all right. How many days is it been?
This is the third day.
Yes.
All right, so maybe
Right.
a whole nother domain to go.
Possibly, depending on how large this one is or where this path goes.
We don't even know what direction we're supposed to go, right?
Maybe we find the road and look for signs.
I mean, maybe it's because I lived in a weird part of the Feywild, but we didn't see many roads.
There's a road right there.
Hey, right?
Yeah, about 100.
He
100
turns around.
yeah. A road can be seen through the trees about a few hundred feet away. I think you missed that.
Yeah, I did,
think
but
so,
that
too.
makes so much sense though with Grin. That's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, Arthur's just like pointing.
Grin, I know you were born just a few minutes ago, but there's a road right there.
Hey, I was born Hey, I wasn't even born yesterday. I was born today. Yeah, this is weird. You think I'd be
Get
alright
ready for-
with this? Huh?
Get ready for tomorrow when we give you that "were you born yesterday" joke all day.
Ugh.
Every time you ask a question.
You know what? A part of me just can't reach for that.
Also, even though you're in a different domain, which is technically different realms, the moon is still in the same spot.
Okay.
No, here's the interesting thing. If we're not in the Sealy Court, if we're not in the Sealy Court or the Sealy Court domain or however you want to call it, where are we? And how do we figure that out?
Well, there are some courts that are independent from both Sealy and Unsealy. We could be there.
And also,
We could
one
be in-
way said we were in a domain called Storybrook.
Yeah, definitely just that.
Right, so if we're in that place,
Have I heard anything about it?
No.
I guess we're just gonna have to wing it.
Want to wing it? And I point to Grin's wings.
He like flexes them harder so that they go like a hummingbird.
So the idea is just to go to the road and just begin walking.
Go
Yeah,
to the road,
it's
pick a
just-
direction.
See if there's signage. A good road has signage.
Yeah.
Typically at a junction, All right, let's just go. I'm just gonna start walking.
You hear Arthur writing something in the book as you walk.
Hey, Hopper,
We.
you like this Oberon guy, right?
He is the king I have pronounced my loyalty to. So yes.
Well, when I say you like, I mean like there's a reason why you pledge loyalty, right? Like what are the, what do they live by? What do they do that you appreciate or that you want to live by?
Well, he protected the lands of his courts, which included the lands that me and my family lived on. Um,
What does that mean to protect it though?
he was in charge of the armies of Queen Titania. Um, so they patrolled the borders and kept out unsavory types who wanted to do harm to the residents of the summer court. Kind of like a king does, I guess. He also provided a decent dental plan.
Well, I no, I mean, I just Papa always just, I mean, he let people in, but he'd always do a vibe check on whether or not they meant harm or good or something. I think regardless of what he thought, he always kind of freaked them out. But uh, he he didn't seem to like keep people out. Do you know what I mean?
I guess I could understand that. It's probably just different strokes for different folks. They run their courts in different ways
Yeah,
with different styles of leadership.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just trying to understand, like, how. I mean, my papa did, things a certain way. The Archmar, great guy. Um, different people he treated differently. Like a lot of the folks that came from the material plane, he was the grinning Skinner. So
I do not know that name, but it means nothing to me.
me neither. I mean, I heard it every once in a while on the material plane, and I was just like, "Is that Papa?" But it didn't sound like Papa. It seems like people, like, from the material plane would see Papa, but see something different than what I saw or the rest of us saw.
Well, I mean,
I'm curious if that's
they
something that happens with, other Fey rulers. If that was something that happened with Oberon. Like, what are the stories about Oberon? Are they, do they, are they brutal? Do they, like, kill people? Do they hunt a lot? I know Papa hunted a lot, but it was mostly, like, yeah, mostly trapping stuff.
Hopper, I will let you know. Oberon of this setting, not a hunter because he's Lord of all beasts.
Yeah.
So he kind of lives among them, and
Yeah.
the domain you're headed to is full of a lot of beasts that are given kind of like free reign and protection and things. Honorable, for sure. Loyal to a fault, perhaps.
Okay.
Like to the queen, like loyal to a fault. We'll do whatever she says, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Incredibly caring of all the Green Knights that served. Did his best to learn all their names. But also someone you wouldn't want to cross.
Yeah.
Most Archfey are tricky. They word themselves in certain ways. The only two Archfey you have experience with are Titania and Oberon, so your experience of other Archfey is probably slim at best. Titania, more of a hard-headed but strong leader. Doesn't really put up with bullshit. She's the one who keeps the domain closed because she rules Midsummer. Oberon doesn't have the power to open up the Fey crossings and stuff.
Yeah, but like he can help enforce the borders.
Yeah.
With his green card.
And generally, anyone who is touched by the Unseelie Court or servants of the Unseelie Court that step foot into Midsummer are usually not long, like, for the world. Because there's a stalemate between the two courts. Technically, it's like a cold war between the two courts.
Yeah.
They don't actively go into each other's domains and kill each other. But if a Seelie Fae comes across an Unseelie Fae, it's generally a fight to the death, usually. That's about all the information you'd have on Archfey in your little predicament. You're experienced with only 2 of them, and the 2 of them are generally rather benevolent. But you have heard stories of other Archfey, Seelie or Unseelie, having quite the fondness for fucking with people from the material plane, like getting them lost, getting them into like bargains that fuck them over. Fae aren't good creatures most of the time. The Seelie Fae slightly follow guidelines and rules, but they'll still fuck with people for enjoyment. The Unseelie Fae, much the same. They just do it more often. So generally, the morality of the Feywild, there isn't any. It's just sort of...
Well, based on what you said, it seems like the Seelie Fae tend to abide by the quote-unquote happy endings in Grimm's fairy tales, in which the bad guy gets rolled down a hill in a barrel of filled with nails. Whereas the Unseelie Fae, it's like the bad end fairy tale where
where everyone gets fucked up.
But generally, both sides, they never fall on the spectrum of... Seelie Fae never fall on the spectrum of, like, lawful good. They never do. They would range between, like, neutral good, chaotic good, neutral, chaotic neutral. Sometimes drifting into neutral evil, depending on their hobbies and escapades. The Seelie Fae are generally more playful and curious, and most of the time not in a fun way. They'll like see something they don't understand and they'll fucking fuck with it, mess with it, to the point of like it.
They're the kids who would burn ants with a magnifying glass just to see what happens.
Yeah, that's a good way to
Nice.
That's a good way to label the Seelie. The Unseelie are...
They would burn the ants' children in front of them just to
they're
see
more...
The point molten
just to see their
aluminum
reaction.
into an ant's nest.
The Unseelie court are more corruptive in nature. They engage in like esoteric magic and rituals and shit.
They would make a molten metal cast of the entire
Yeah.
ant colony.
Yeah.
Instead of like using a I got a couple. They want a molten and then study.
I got some aluminum
the
laying around. Let's let that
some
shit.
molten aluminum. Yeah.
They also, the Unseelie Fae are just,
Yeah.
they're the evil Fae, but morality in the Feywild doesn't. They also and then the Unseelie Fae are more inclined to eating creatures or eating like things from the material plane, like people.
Yeah.
And that's all you know.
Seem to be just more like in your mind, you can kind of just be like, Unseelie are icky. Whereas Seelie, first impressions are like, oh, they seem nice.
If, for the sake of this, if Grin's Papa were to be assigned to a court, the Unseelie court would make the most sense based on Papa's escapades.
Yeah.
And what he's done in the past to things and people. He'd be more in line on the Unseelie court. The Seelie court wouldn't really want Papa around.
Huh.
Yeah, Noose fits in more along with the Unseelie court than the Seelie court. Anyways, that was a long tirade.
No, that was a very informative one.
Uh,
I think it was good for some of us who have fey creatures, are playing
Yeah.
fey-ish creatures to have that little thing. Thank
But,
you, Justin.
Yes, forest, dirt road, a few hundred feet away, and you guys were walking towards it and talking.
Yeah.
And that's all the information you can relay about. Whatever.
So I guess you could say he just inspires loyalty in his guard, I guess, and among the people he is most close with.
All right. I don't know anything about these borders things, but maybe it's just Papa is more neutral.
I would say you probably wouldn't know about Papa's border stuff because he probably never figured it out.
Yeah, that's what I. Well, I mean, like
it would be he just doesn't
probably
know
just-
where the borders
no.
end.
he's, the Archmaw, that guy. He was probably just like, borders, cool. I don't care who comes in. That just means more friends or more interesting encounters. So.
But over the course of this walk and talk, you reach the dirt road, and you can see it stretches far throughout the forest in either direction. You can hear what sounds like distant galloping coming from the right, and a sign directly in front of you on the road, or by the side of the road, says, "Stop number 37," and there's an image of a carriage painted on the sign.
Is there like a line route or a route?
No, just says
Labeled
stop.
out?
Just says
No?
stop number 37, with an image of a carriage painted on it, kind of like you'd see at a bus stop.
Yeah.
What's this? Any of you guys seen this before?
Have I seen anything like this before?
Uh,
Is this unique to
in
this
some
domain?
domains, there's like weird carriage or like
transportation.
weird carriages that transport people around. Like there's stagecoaches. Everybody knows
Yeah.
about stagecoaches through cities and stuff. There's never seen one out in the wilderness before.
It looks like some sort of public transportation through the domain.
I'm gonna have a look around on it. Does it look like there's a price for it?
No,
like
just
is this
says stop number 37. Painting of a carriage. You can hear galloping coming from the right. What sounds like distant galloping.
I'm just gonna watch the road where it's coming, where the galloping sounds like it's coming from.
Okay.
Antyr, what do you think?
Maybe we wait if it's a stop.
And
We
it-
just
and
sit
if
around.
we could ask questions, like, hey, directions, maybe. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah. You know, Arthur, I think you're getting pretty good at this.
I mean, I have had my few share of adventures.
You know, when you're right, you're right.
Everybody kind of waiting then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5 minutes or so pass, and eventually, rounding the bend of the road from the right, is a massive brown spider that looks like it's been hollowed out, but is very much alive. Inside the spider, you can see a collection of humanoids sat inside through circular open windows, like it's been turned into a mode of transportation. The spider is also wearing a small black flat cap, and it stops in front of the sign. A portion on the side of the spider opens up, on it like a hinged door, and all of the current passengers step off and walk off into the forest. And the spider turns its head to you. Seeking a ride?
Is this like a spider cat bus?
Yeah, it's like the cat bus from My Neighbor Totoro, but it's a spider.
Yeah. Ghibli, yeah,
Nice.
Studio Ghibli.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you looking for a
Horrific.
ride?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
A question before we decide.
You can see inside.
which
It's well furnished. It's well decorated.
Is this the direction to the court of the domain of Midsummer?
Oh, you could get directions to Midsummer from the capital city, which is where I'm headed in this direction, to the city of Myth Harbor. The walk would
Have I heard
take
of Myth Harbor?
no. Myth Harbor is
Okay.
part of this domain.
Okay.
The walk would take, if you walk, it would take you about 4 or 5 days. I'll be getting there in a few hours or so.
At risk of derailing this again,
Mm-hmm.
what type of creatures were leaving?
Assorted humanoid adjacent looking creatures. They look like elves.
Mostly fae and
Yeah.
like fae-like elves. Like
Yeah.
nobody so far. We haven't seen anybody that survived the merger. Correct.
These were all mostly fey creatures.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I
I
think we
wanted to
need
keep an eye
to-
out for that because like we need to find some people
Yeah.
that have survived the merger.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can learn.
We know Falca's survived, but
Yeah, let's. I mean,
You haven't contacted Falcus though, so you actually don't know if he's alive or not.
no,
yeah.
not yet.
oh,
What if
didn't you
we
just send
let's head off to let's take this carriage or this ride. We can learn more information about how to get to Papa's place domain, and we can also probably get a bit more information about what happened with the whole combining.
From here you can see
Torger-
the inside is like carpeted. There's a lantern hanging from the ceiling. It's well decorated, well furnished.
Torger, are you alright?
Yeah, whatever. We can do whatever we needs to.
I'm going to be okay.
Sure.
I want not in any type of like nefarious, not for any nefarious reasons, but I'd like to gauge Torger's I guess disposition on this experience.
Torger was systematically used and abused for gains by a group of spider people. So
Oh.
Yeah.
gotcha.
probably not his favorite moment,
Yeah.
regardless of how adorable
The situation is.
my
Yeah.
neighbor Spidero.
Yeah.
No matter how cute, this is probably not his favorite thing. But if everyone's
There's soot
doing
sprites climbing along the road.
it, just like no matter
Seeing
how.
this thing approach, how fast did it seem like it was moving?
Like 80 feet every 6 seconds.
Wouldn't be enough. I mean, like,
Take a-
if I was dashing for 8 hours, but I don't know.
Like
if
it
I
said,
could
the
keep up
walk.
with
It said the walk is about 4 to 5 days. He could get there in like
In there in a
3
couple
hours or
hours,
so.
Yeah.
This will
By
cut
end of
it,
day.
It times out that we're gonna be there by the end of the day instead of by our original timeline.
Roger, if it'll help, I can explain to you my tattoos, distract you a bit. You could tell me about yours.
Yeah, you know most of mine, but yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, everyone, hop on board. My name is Yompar.
Yonpar?
Iompar. Yompar.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a lovely name.
Come on inside, everybody. If you need help getting aboard, I can help.
Is that through, like, mandibles?
Oh yeah, through mandibles.
Okay.
Oh, bless. Antyr's
When
gonna
you-
tentatively
when you
walk
guys-
in.
When you are all done talking about your tattoos, I have a very fun card game I can teach you to kill the time. It is called Hell.
As I guess everybody gets on board Yompar. Yeah, it's warm, dimly lit from a lantern on the ceiling. Carpeted. The walls are like wood. Like none of it is what you'd expect the inside of a spider to be. As you all kind of sit down, and you feel the spider start to scurry down the road. The interior is warm and comfortable. The floor is covered in a beautiful, like, purple carpet. Hanging from the strangely wooden ceiling is a brass lantern that fills the interior with a dull, warm light. Small tables have been set beside each single seat, where piles of various books sit, which riders can peruse while they travel. Yampar takes off with the speed of a, I wrote horse-drawn carriage, down the road. His 8 legs slamming hard into the dirt as he moves along. Through the open windows that line his sides, you can see the dark forest you're currently within just passing by. The ride is slightly jerky, but comfortable. And a few moments into the journey, a piece of what you thought was decor springs to life. It appears like a brass food trolley that would be pushed by an attendant on a train or whatever, but it has arms and legs that pop out and a visible face. It wears a white cloth-like apron and it approaches each of you. Welcome to Yampar Express. I am Trolley and I will be serving your refreshments for your journey today. Reaches under his apron and produces enough cups of tea for each of you, as well as a brass platter piled with raisin-filled scones and small pots of clotted cream. Enjoy your trip, and walks over to where he was previously and just resumes being inanimate. Yeah, there's books
Alright.
piled on the tables. You have scones, tea.
Ah, take his tea.
Antyr's gonna start unbuckling the kind of like the overcoat that hangs over one shoulder. Begins unbuckling that, takes it off and kind of lays it over the back of the chair, and begins to undo the top of the tunic.
Yeah.
And begins to fold it down. And you can see, like, pretty much where like a turtleneck would sit. There's the tattoos extend up, but most of the time the tunic would carry or cover the collar would cover here. And you can see there's the tattoos trail down over the shoulders on each side and a bit down the pretty much probably what you see about where I am, where it would fall and stop the tattoos, and they extend down the back a bit. And Antyr will begin from the beginning, the start, which was the upper neck area, and work their way down and explain during this ride, if uninterrupted, we'll take time to explain what they mean. It probably, I feel like a lot of it would go right over Torger's head because it is pretty much the study of time associated with the arcane, but in the sense that it is associated passage of time or the very lack of the material plane, the Feywild, and the astral sea. So yeah, how those work interchangeably, but also how they very differ, and it's all explained through this like these tattoo designs and such like that.
So you do see Torger open up his notebook, and you see him write something in his notebook while he's watching. It's like a little bit. If you're saying he's.
This is probably like a
Maybe-
physicist,
No,
like
oh,
coming
I
to
was-
explain something
was
to
gonna
like
say, if
a
he's-
kindergartner. Not saying that you're that
he's-
dumb, but it's
If he's
that
Bernie
level
Sandersing this, where like
Yes.
it's kind of like, oh, I'm not going to dumb anything down.
No,
I'm not going to give you sound bites. I'm going to
Yes.
tell you the whole thing.
yeah.
Okay. No
But you
sound
can
bites.
see there's probably from the to be honest, it's probably the first time y'all have seen Antyr look Antyr's age, like true age. Like Antyr's still physically a young elf, like 100, like physically. That I don't want to say childlike, but it's that level of like mysticism and wanderlust that probably no one has really witnessed before. Y'all begin to see that as they will indulge for as long as you will listen, and probably some of you would doze off in that time, but they would still as if Torger was still engaged, Antyr would engage that conversation. And yes, they would definitely not dumb things down. They would explain it, even if you were like had to look. Antyr would drift in a way of a conversation to make it seem like they're going to explain more, but the explanation probably just makes it even more confusing. So, yeah. But that's Antyr. That would be what Antyr is. Antyr's
Okay.
attempt to try to distract Torger during the time.
During
A
the
dissertation.
trip, you hear Arthur say, "Why are one of my books in here?" And he's like holding one of his books that were on one of the tables.
Do I still have that book from?
Who left it
One of his
here?
books.
Well, I mean, there were a lot of books left here,
Yeah,
right?
fucking yeah. If you look at the titles, there's the Enchanted Encyclopedia of Talking Objects, Frog Princes and Other Amphibious Royalty.
Hopper's gonna peruse the Enchanted Objects book.
Okay, it's a
Just like a magazine.
it's a reference guide to everyday items that have gained the ability to speak in the Feywild, covering talking mirrors, chatty teapots, and loquacious shoes.
Maybe there's a pig head in there.
I want to take a gander at the authors and see if any of them. I mean, obviously we know Arthur, but are there any other authors in there that might ring a bell as being like maybe a competition for Arthur or
A lot of the names are just like weird, sound like jokey names, like P. Ticklebottom and stuff like that. So yeah, there's Enchanted
Like-
Encyclopedia of
Like
Talking.
fart malarkey.
Yeah, the Enchanted Encyclopedia.
Is there a book by Groin Charting up here?
No. The Enchanted Encyclopedia of Talking Objects, Frog Princes and Other Amphibious Royalty, Wanderlust Woods, A Guide to Getting Lost in the Forest of Storybrooke, The Misadventures of Sir Sleeps-a-Lot, The Bagman's Lament, Chronicles of a Dimensional Drifter, and those are all the books. And then Arthur's holding up one of his books. He's like, "Who the fuck put this in here? Why would they leave this?" And it's his worst reviewed book. Half-Mast and Full Hearts.
Oh yeah. The famous romance or the infamous romance novel.
Described as
about a guy who can't get it up?
two gnomes struggling to keep their feelings at bay come across a murderous plot while on voyage across the oceans.
Mhm.
He's like, "Who put this here? I know it's my worst book, but this just..." Yeah, those are all the books that are here. You got The Bagman, Adventures of Sir Sleeps-a-Lot, A Guide to the Forest, Amphibious Royalty, you know, all kinds if anyone wants to peruse them.
Recalling the instance that Grin had after hearing a little bit about the Bagman, he saw something in the distance of a bag,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on there. At the time, he didn't know what it was, but it was just enough for him to look into that book a little bit.
Okay.
So he's curious
All
about
right.
that, so he's gonna read it.
The book weaves together the narrative of an ill-fated adventurer who sought refuge within the confines of a bag of holding, only to become trapped in an ever-expanding labyrinth of extra-dimensional spaces. The chapters recount the adventurer's desperate attempts to escape the magical in-between place, as the Bagman's transformation into a monstrous creature unfolds. So this adventurer becomes the Bagman over the course of the book. The eerie atmosphere is heightened by the nightly ritual where the Bagman emerges from a random bag of holding, driven by an insatiable desire to find his way home. At one point, the Bagman, unable to locate his original dimension, resorts to dragging unsuspecting victims into the labyrinth with him through their bags of holding. Each chapter later recounting the mysterious disappearance of individuals and the bizarre trinkets left behind in their wake, offering glimpses into the hidden kingdom of lost junk that has become the Bagman's bizarre domain.
That's fucking cool, dude.
It delves.
I love the Lord
That's
of the Bagman.
fucking cool.
The book delves into the various rumors and superstitions surrounding the Bagman, including the whispered incantations that may summon him. Readers are warned about the consequences of speaking too loudly over an open bag of holding, or daring to utter the chilling phrase, "Follow my voice," into a magical storage space 3 times. Most of these warnings aren't part of the original text, and have been scratched into nearly every page by what would appear to be various people.
Hey, can I take this with me?
Yeah.
Is this gonna pocket that one?
Okay.
Because that's fucking awesome, and that's a great fireside like traveling like.
Mhm.
Take a chapter, read a chapter
And-
of that at night.
And until he shows up, if he's real.
Yeah.
Anybody else take a gander at
awesome.
anyone take a gander at any of the other books for the duration of the travel?
I think I also want to peek at the Forest Brook,
Okay. It's a
Storybrooke Forest one.
yeah, The Guide to Getting Lost in the Forest of Storybrooke.
Yeah.
It's a travelogue highlighting the most enchanting and bewildering locations in this forest, but without any directions to get to them.
Okay.
It just tells you
Fun.
what they are, and then just doesn't tell you how to get to them. So it's like the worst
can I-
kind of like
Yeah.
travel brochure.
Could I find the capital city?
No, because
Read up a
it's
little
not
bit
in
on it?
it's not in the forest.
Oh, gotcha.
The capital city's not in here. It's like, there's stuff like called like the stalks, which are like a
Okay.
forest of beanstalks that are really tall.
Cool.
There's a pond with a sword that lies at the bottom. But it says the sword has gone missing. There's stuff about
You know, if we have some free time, we should go look for this pond and see if where the sword has gone.
there's stuff in there about a gingerbread cottage that only appears to people lost in the woods. Tells the story of a woman. There's like a tower somewhere in the forest where a woman was imprisoned in the tower, and anyone who dares try to enter the tower is strangled by her hair. It's like a twist on Rapunzel, where her hair just kills people that try to break into the tower. Stuff like that, like weird, like twisted fairy tale locations, like the sword in the pond, but the sword isn't there.
Is there any hint of the stinky cheese man? Another fairy tale, another silly fairy tale.
Sure.
Yeah. Here lies the stinky cheese
it's-
man.
it's-
who
and it's
craves
just-
the stinkiest spot on the forest.
It's just a lot of weird, like,
Yeah.
there's like come, and then there's like one where it's like the eternal sarcophagus or whatever, and it's just like a glass coffin somewhere in the woods that just has the body of somebody inside of it that never deteriorates. And it says like anyone who approaches the coffin gets like an overwhelming urge to make their own grave here and join. It's a lot of like fucked up locations, and it's just like some of them like
Yeah.
don't bring children here.
Yeah.
And then
And I think this whole time, I'm like distracting myself reading, and then my leg is just bouncing up and down in like rhythm to my heart.
yeah, your heart
palpitations.
palpitations are still going.
So I'm like,
That's right.
I'm just like,
So,
just flipping
uh,
through a book.
But is anybody looking at any other books, doing anything else on this train or on this little ride, or are we done the ride kind of deal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grin's like reading this book, and he's like, "Oh," and like he kind of feels bad for the bag man, you know.
Yeah.
He wants to help him out. He's just trying to get out.
To get home.
He just wants to get home.
Yeah.
So
There's also
Yeah, and
there's also a picture
I
of the
guess-
bagman like drawn in the book, and he just
they gave me
I mean,
this chest
Grin
piece
doesn't look
because
the greatest.
I couldn't fight two centaurs at the same time. I lost that fight, so they gave me this chest piece. And it's the big beholder with a beak across like his chest. The mind flayer beholder.
Oh yeah. Oh.
The really rough looking one that's
Ew.
on his chest.
What's the polite way to say this as a player? What's the ugliest tattoo that Torger has? Like probably the one that's most crudely done. To me, in my mind, it would probably be Antyr would try to associate it to the one that looks probably the oldest and the crudest. So like as if Torger was learning to do the tattooing, because Torger tattoos himself, right?
Yeah, it'd be the one on his right shoulder that he had to do left-handed.
Okay. Antyr
Probably
would.
one of the first ones.
Yeah, Antyr wouldn't. Antyr, I think, is getting the sense that Torger got these tattoos from not such a great point and would not press to uncover why. Because the tattoos are for losses, right?
He's got both losses and wins. More
Losses
wins.
and
I
wins.
decided to put them in for wins because they don't get to choose my body.
Alright.
It's a way to try and take control back.
And Antyr will look at the look down at their leg, which is covered, but to the thigh that they have the, um, oh goodness, what is it again? The
Was that the woolly rhino?
woolly right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Um, and I this disrupts a bit of the patterns that I intended, but that's all right.
Well, now that I know what they all mean, and I absolutely, with no lack of confidence, understand every single step. If you
Good.
need some more tattoos, you let me know.
All right. I have a few that I'm missing that I need to finish off, but I'll draw those out, and maybe you can.
In whatever shades of gray that you want.
Oh no, you can see these. They're
They're the
tattoos
purple
are
ones?
violet. Yeah, the
Hell
tattoos
yeah.
are violet. Yeah. So they look like
Oh, right
they
on.
almost they look a bit like you would like a tattoo is a scar, but they really do look like actual scars, like
Mhm.
precision scars, if you will.
Are they is it at all like scarification?
Mm-mm,
Like they're raised at all or no?
mm-mm. They're like
Okay.
really well done, well taken care of tattoos.
The one
I was oh, sorry, go ahead.
the one Gothel gave you is a scar.
Oh yeah. The ones that trail through and such that
Yeah.
don't disrupt any of them, oddly, but yeah.
I was thinking sorry, I love movies, but I was wondering if it was at all similar to the X-Men United Nightcrawlers, like
No.
okay. It's
No.
more smooth than that.
Yeah, it's definitely Antyr comes from a society that takes care, like has a lot of more care in particular,
For sure.
So, but yeah, that's all I had.
Right on.
Okay. As not the sun, because the sun never sets in the Feywild, as I read up on it, the colors just kind of change. So as the colors go from like a gloomy day, because it was a kind of a gloomy day here in this domain, it goes to a dark night. And 3 hours later, so everybody can mark off a short rest if you want, Yampar scuttles into a city. And the city before you is grand and looks like it was plucked straight out of a fairy tale, and is a mishmash of styles, with buildings seemingly made from gingerbread, while other structures range from beautiful stone buildings covered in rose vines to cloud-reaching towers with conical peaks and everything in between. It's literally like somebody took like 30 different fairy tales and just mashed them together into a city. Each building looks like it has its own unique story just looking at it. No one building looks the same. Everything is very unique and stands out. Yellow cobblestone streets weave throughout the various regions of the city, where carriages of all shapes and sizes move about, appearing like they were made from giant pumpkins, onions, and other fruits and vegetables. Colorful banners flutter in the constant warm and gentle breeze. The main thoroughfare is dominated by market stalls and shops, where merchants seem to be peddling all sorts of unique goods, while various people in Regency-style clothing recite poems, tell tall tales, and sing. Dominating the skyline of the city is a grand white stone palace covered in thorny rose vines, and each tower is topped with a bright red conical tower, and to the east of the city is a grand harbor and sprawling mint green colored ocean. And as you arrive in the city of Myth Harbor, that's where we're going to end the session for the rest of the month. We'll be back here next Wednesday, a few of us, to record character creation for Morkborg. And then the campaign shall resume February 7th.
With an opening number 5, 6, 7,
No.
8.
As you arrive in a really fairy tale inspired city. So, you got a city to poke around in, do some stuff in.
Duloc is the
Yeah.
perfect.
Bagman.
Beep,
Oh.
Beg
beep,
the-
top of the grass, and
You know what?
shoot
Before we go, I'm gonna give you guys a brief description of what the other books were.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Do it.
waste all that time.
Dude, no, I love it.
Please do.
Frog.
I wanted to read more, but I figured I would just read the one. for my
Frog princes and other amphibious royalty. A detailed account of the various frog princes throughout history, exploring their lives before and after the famous kiss, as well as the challenges of maintaining a royal lifestyle in a pond. And then the last book that wasn't read because the others were is The Misadventures of Sir Sleeps-a-Lot, the humorous tale of a knight who, due to a spell gone awry, can only stay awake for a few minutes each day, leading to comical and unexpected escapades in his magical kingdom.
Oh man.
Nice.
This guy who's a
That
knight who
sounds
just
cute.
constantly falls asleep. Just but anyways, yeah, we'll pick up there February 7th as you all enter the fairy tale city of Myth Harbor and disembark the spider bus. So, good night, everybody.
Good night.
But no.